Hello, gamers. Oh, sheesh. Welcome back to another amazing live stream by yours truly. How are we all doing today? Yippee. Anyways, we're playing more 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, aka Zero Escape 999. This is the, if you don't remember, this is the game where we were on a ship and then suddenly it was flooding and we had to do a little escape room to get out, and then we met up with about 8 other people, and then that fucking freak tried to like take that girl hostage and escape through the door, only he didn't know how to understand rules, and so he died, and now we're here and we went through the door and we lived because we're better. Hello, Anarchy, Dex. Guess what? What happened? What happened? Oh, and Dex with the stretch already. All right. Let's get our pre-stream stretch. Yippee! Can't stay long. It's midnight. Oh, damn, for sure then. Yeah, need to be up by 7. Ooh, good luck. Definitely get some rest. I do indeed not remember it. Fair enough. I can't blame you for that. You finally set up commands in your stream. I'm proud of you. It wasn't too bad, right? It was easy. Let me give you guys no more lo-fi beats and give you audio instead. I think everything else is good. Oh no, I have to. There we go. All right. So let's just hit the continue option. Quit the game? No. What? Oh, okay. Did I not use a controller with this before? Why did it make me just click confirm with my fucking circle button? What? I would love to load this one, please. Thank you. Okay, now fuck me, right? What is wrong with my controls? Is there no, like, why? Why is it telling me circle is back and then circle is not back? Why is circle confirm? I'm gonna respectfully kill myself. Respectfully, of course. You had a crazy jump scare earlier? Can I please play the game? Please? Do I want to resume from here? Yes. What the fuck? I don't know what my controller was just going through. I'm just like, please.
Well, then.
God, wait a minute. I just got here. Relax. Oh, jeez. I got the follow agent uptime. It auto gives you, yeah. Lurk, Discord, server. Serving, yeah, obviously. My box of cosplay items I've been working on for like 2 months was gone. No idea where it was. Mom didn't even remember the box. And I need it for tomorrow. And I was scared. But after yeeting through every bag in the house, I found it in my room. Did you put it there? Or did somebody move it? Oh, ad. Oh no. Anyways. Well then. Can you... God damn it. I hate it. I hate it here.
Can't say I could ever imagine Seven playing the piano. He couldn't use the piano in there anyway. The keyboard's a mess. But why would he want to leave the door unlocked then? I have no clue.
Hey, wait for me!
We had just escaped the last room we were in. And he's like, oh, we could prop it open. I don't know. Me personally, I just don't trust anybody.
A metal grate? Why is this thing...
Figures.
Are those elevators over there?
No way to know if they're working or not from here. Oh, there's a door just to the left of this grate.
Sounds like it's locked.
Yep. Stairs leading down.
They're blocked by the grate, though.
But this here seems accessible. So we can open it?
Nah, I think it's locked too. Look.
What's this mark? The female symbol.
Ah, the Venus symbol, I imagine. Do you recall the similar symbols near the large central stairway?
You know, I do.
They reference many of the solar bodies.
Where are the astrology bitches when I need it? Let's go. I missed my mayonnaise.
Oh, that's right. The sun,
Right.
Saturn,
Right.
and Earth.
So, as you can see, that one is likely.
Not the woman symbol, but a Venus symbol.
Woman symbol. Why, Junpei, why'd you say it like that? Welcome back, Dex. I asked if you were the one who put it there, or if somebody else had moved it. Is it bad that off the top of my head, you know what Saturn and Jupiter are? Maybe if you're a fucking nerd. No, I'm kidding. No, you're not a nerd. You know, sometimes you just know shit. You know, sometimes you just pick up useless knowledge that, you know, under normal circumstances would not be important. But I guess, you know, you never know what you might know. What you might need to know, what you do know, what you will know. You might end up locked in a ship where you, for some reason, need to know the symbols of the solar bodies. You know, things like that. You just never know.
So I assume.
Hold on. Where's 7? Ah, there he is, down that hallway.
I forgot we all got nicknames instead of me because this stupid bitch blurted my name out.
This way, Snake. Follow me. I wonder if this door will...
See, I don't know if it's just me, but like we have 9 people, right? And one of them's already dead. Like I feel like 9 people is not a lot of people when you're just like killing people off at least once every section. I feel like we're gonna run out of people. I wonder if this door will.
How about that? It opens.
Oh, wow.
There's slot machines here.
Is this some kind of casino?
Bro, we're in the fucking saloon.
Sure looks like one.
Oh, and that door definitely just is locking behind us.
Well, this is troubling.
We really should have expected that to happen, though.
It seems we are once again locked in.
Even if that door was open, it's not like we had anywhere to go that way.
So we must find another exit then.
I mean, I am a nerd, but not an astrology one. That's fair. I'm not really, I like some astrology stuff, but I wouldn't really say I'm into astrology. I think some things are interesting about it, but We were cleaning the house and had to put stuff in that bag. But 1, I have a fuck ton of bags, and 2, I told myself I wouldn't move the box, so I always knew where it was. Well, clearly either you lied to yourself about moving it, or somebody else was like, I'm about to ruin his whole day.
All right, guys, let's split up and search this room.
All I'm gonna say, pretty sure we got 9 planets. You're right. Yeah, but they had the sun included. So I guess we're not counting Pluto. Unfortunately, so sad.
Come on, no dawdling. Let's go. Quickly now.
Yeah, I guess we're not counting Pluto and we're counting the sun instead. Listen, Pluto's a planet to me. You guys will just never get her like I do. You know I love Pluto here. What do you mean saying 9, not including the... not including... I'm assuming you meant Pluto. Not including Pluto or the sun? Then where are you getting 9 from? Because wouldn't that... Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Is that not 8? What is 9 then? Pluto is a dwarf planet. Does that not mean that she's still not a planet? Now, what are you guys trying to say? The iris? What are you talking about? Alright, apparently we're in a casino. I already forgot all of the controls. Can they pull that shit back up? Ah. I hate this controller. I hate this controller. I hate this controller so fucking much. Begging for my controller to not be a piece of shit all the time. What is this? There's a weird looking thing floating in there. Oh. Maybe if I turn this light on as well. Oh. Wait, when those two lights turned on, I heard something from the bottom of the fireplace. What was that? I heard something down there. Pouch? There's something in the fireplace. Well, girl, grab it. What the fuck? There's something in the fireplace. Then grab it! Am I fucking delusional right now? What do you want from me? I'm clicking on it. Do you zoom in or not? Don't worry, I'll click right on it. What? Okay. There are a whole bunch of coins stuffed into this velour bag. Look at all these coins. Perhaps these... Oh god. I need to actually make sure I'm doing a voice for the correct person. Perhaps these coins will allow us to convince the machines to move. Okay, thanks. I feel like we need to... What was it? I don't remember. What is it called? The club? What was on here? I can't remember. Is that all I needed, or should I, like, remember these symbols? Diamond heart. Okay. Wait. What is this? Didn't think I'd find a card here. Okay. The 6 of spades. Okay. And it seems as if we need club diamond heart cards, maybe, to do this. Yeah, no spades. This game is old. This game is like 2000 something. Okay, we have one thing here. The main body of the slot machine. There's a coin slot on the upper left. So I've got the symbols for a heart, spade, and diamond here. The coin slot. How convenient, seeing as we only just now discovered a blue bag full of coins. I don't know if I want to spend the money yet. This is a stand for the slot machine. I don't see anything suspicious. Okay, so I'm wondering if there'll be one, or if we have to try to spin club diamond heart. What about this one? Okay, so none of these are the ones that we need. And they seem to only have these 3. There's no club, which is weird. Unless somehow none of these have landed on a club. Coin slot. Okay. Damn it! This isn't exactly working out the way I expected. It's locked, isn't it? Is there a keyhole? If there is, I can't find it. Oh, sorry. I'll just pretend that was his line. Well, there must be some way to unlock it. Let's look around a little more, shall we? Okay. Okay. Is this like solitaire? Do I have to stack? Do I have to stack them? It says 9. Yeah, looks like that cover's hiding something. If this is the cover, then maybe it opens up. Probably does. Here's the card slot. Looks like we need to put a playing card in here. Alright, let's give it a shot. I only have this one. Okay, did that do anything for you? Okay, I guess not. It's not working. So it would seem. I am shocked and appalled that guessing at random has not yielded better results. Fuck you, Snake. Let me just, you know, try. Bro, this game only came out only half a year after I was born. Don't tell me that. Jesus Christ. 2000 and? There's more? Yeah. Okay, let's go back. Check out that stained glass. How beautiful. What? Huh? Stained glass is colored. Listen, I don't know, man. Every time he says something, I'm like, are you really blind? Promise me you're not lying. Please don't tell me you're gonna open your eyes and you're gonna be lying about being blind. Please don't tell me that. Like, who purposely names themselves snakes? Like Snake, and then they don't double cross you. Stained glass is colored pieces of glass placed together in a frame. As I've said many times before, I need only touch it to know. I can at least discern the basic structure. Word. Probably means the stained glass doesn't look outside. Ooh, okay. we got more game. Okay, we have a 3. The 3 of spades. It's weird that we're only getting spades right now for cards. Oh, I didn't even think to see if there was anything on the back. Okay. Wow, this place is like super amazing. What's this place for? Probably for playing Baccarat? Baccarat? I've never heard of this before. It looks a little off, though. Yeah, look at the middle of the table. There's something mounted on it, see? You mean this?
Ah, Baccarat.
Oh, Baccarat. Okay.
You ever played jumpy?
See, I also thought it wasn't reclassified till later. Because I feel like when I was in middle school, I had to do a whatchamacallit? Like a project on a planet, and I feel like I picked Pluto. And that was like in like 2013, I mean. 2013. So I don't know. Maybe they just let us pick it anyways. Just cause.
No, never.
Never.
Alright then, how about I explain the rules to you a bit? See, Baccarat is kind of an unusual game.
Lord. This is gonna be like when your friend tries to, like, explain an overly complicated board game to you and you're like, oh god, I know I'm not gonna listen to anything that they're talking about. Yeah, I thought it was later. I remember it being on the news in like 2020. I don't think it'd be that late. I definitely remember it being like it happening and I was mad about it. Because it's like, it's too small to be a planet. Okay, fuck you. Who gets to decide that, huh? Bitch. Leave Pluto alone. She's just vibing.
You've got the banker and the player. The whole point is that you guess which one's gonna win.
Okay.
And whether the banker or the player wins, it all depends on their hands.
Okay.
The way each hand works is different from other games too. See, you take the number from the ones place after you add up the value of all your cards. Whoever gets the number closest to 9 wins. If your number is smaller than your opponent's, you lose.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the explanation. Got it? Well, actually, there's a lot more to it. Strategy, details, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, listen, man, I don't fucking need to know all that.
But what I just told you sums up the core of the game pretty well. The single digit of the sum of all the cards you have. The strongest hand is a 9. And the weakest hand is a 0.
How do you get a 0?
You just ignore the number in the 10 spot.
Oh, okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, maybe half of it. Enough. I got a chance at winning the game if I played now.
Am I Junpei? I might just be Junpei.
However, we have no way of knowing if the puzzle in the Baccarat table makes use of those rules, and if it does, in what manner.
Then I guess we try everything.
Okay. I don't even... I can see a playing card behind the thick glass case. It's the 8 of spades. I definitely don't think I can play right now. Because... What is the... Okay, I only have 2 cards, first of all. I'm assuming I need 3. Can you turn over? And right now, if I added these, I would get 9. Which would be good, but if I added a 3rd card, I would probably not have that good of a chance. Did it say I was taking from... Which part? If it was a double digit, which part am I taking from? I know it just said it, but I don't remember. Oh, I see a card on that table right in front of me. Okay, I can't click that? Oh, okay, here we go. No, I still can't click it? Damn, bro. Will you look at that? Someone left a ball of booze here. Don't mind if I do. Glug, glug, glug. Ah! Oh, that it's a spot. Feels like my throat's burning. Damn, he really drank it. We don't even know how long it's been there. Nor do we know what was in it. There's something on the counter. Looks like a card. Playing card. Okay, 7 of spades. 7 of spades. What about this? This looks like 1, 2. A playing card? 4 of spades. There's a whole lot of glasses on that shelf. Doesn't look like there's anything else back there though. 7's kind of based. Hey yo. The counter's pretty well polished. Is that it? I guess so. Okay, we have a 5. The 5 of spades. Okay. Okay. This door is shut tight. It won't open. Okay, we still haven't done anything with these slot machines, though. Can I, like, play this? The main body, coin slot. Can I... That's right, that blue bag we found is full of coins. Can I Oh, you know what? I probably have to hold it. I'm fucking dumb. Okay. Yeah, I'm stupid. Sorry. Listen, in my defense, I did already tell you that I was smooth-brained. Alright, let's drop this coin in coin slot. Come on, you little bastards. I only need one of you. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, spin. Okay. Fuck. Damn, dude. Alright, spin again. Oh god, we're gambling. Fuck. Can you run out of coins, do you think? 5 plus 6 plus 7 equals 18. Get rid of the first number and then you get 8. You could try it. When do you think you're supposed to hit it? Because honestly, I don't even know. I just want to see. Alright, fine. That's a tough one. And what is so tough, if I might ask? Hitting these reels just right. The timing is, well, it's not easy. I don't believe you need to hit them just right. Huh? And like, what do you mean by that? I wanna play, please. Do I have to click this? Okay, I do. Hey, 7, are we really supposed to play Baccarat? Gambling. No, you're not supposed to be feeling the hydro gambling. Listen, it's the game's fault for putting me in a casino. It's a Baccarat table. What the hell are we supposed to do? What the hell else should we do? Hey, can you... Oh my god, my fucking controller disconnected. Stop worrying about it. I'm wondering if we're supposed to play this like how we normally have to get the what is it called? The sum of the numbers? Stop worrying about it. It's real simple. What's the opponent's hand? Well, there's an 8 in that glass case. Alright, then that's your opponent's number. If that's the case, what 3 cards do we need to get that number? 3 cards. There are a couple of indentations with the white lines around them, right? Those mean we gotta put down 3 cards. So, place 3 cards here and defeat the opponent's 8. That's what I've gotta do, I guess. Yeah, I think so. Something tells me those aren't the only rules. Okay, let's give it a shot. Before I start, I'd better make sure I've got the rules straight. There are 3 empty indentations. I just gotta pick a card and play it. I figure if I put them in the right spots, something ought to happen. Alright, let's give it a try. Okay. I guess we'll see what happens. Do I click you? Okay. I don't know if I should put it in this order, but this is the order I'm gonna put it in. What do we think about this? Alright, if I just put down these 3 cards... Yes! Open for me! Great! You did it, Junpei. You think it's telling us to take the 8 card? Come on, let's grab it. Yippee! Alright, let's take this card. 8 of spades. The 3 cards I put down are stuck to the table. They won't be going anywhere anytime soon. Well, I hope we didn't need those. Here, let's try the first one. Alright, let's put a coin in from that bag there. I don't like the phrasing of in the right spots. I know, right? I guess I don't know if it really mattered, though. What happened? I heard an odd noise. Well, to be honest, I don't know. I pressed some of the buttons and smacked the machine once or twice, but nothing happened. Oh. Looks like the coin got stuck. Oh dear. The coins are stuck in there, but good. This machine won't be working anymore. Damn. Oops. Damn it. Time to try again. Okay. It looks like they go faster. Damn. What was the order? Club Diamond Heart? Or do I need to, like, get it in this order? I don't know. Like, what's on the buttons, I mean. Damn. We gambled too hard. Why does it keep giving me the fucking heart? Damn. I'm literally in Spain without the A. What do I do with this? Fuck. Damn, wait, but this was the order. Maybe let me back up. Damn, dude. Junpei, perhaps you should be more careful in the future. You got a coin stuck in the machine on the left. Please don't make the same mistake again. That would be bad. I know that. It'll be fine. Jerk. I'll put this coin in the slot and that'll show him. Huh? That's weird. Do you intend to lock us in here? It's not my fault. The coin just got stuck all on its own. Huh. Oh boy. Okay, so I guess we just have to use this one. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be trying to get. Maybe I really just do have to get this one and the same. Fuck. Damn, I was one away. Damn! Fuck. What am I supposed to do here, bro? I don't even... Damn, they really got me gambling. At least I'm not gambling money. Damn. Woohoo! Do I get anything? I literally... What do you want from me? Please. Maybe, I guess I have to do it in this order. Bro. Junpei, are you trying to time your button presses to the reels? Are you quite sure you need to focus so much on the movement of the What are you trying to tell me? Look at the buttons on the machine. You see the symbols? You've seen these symbols somewhere before, haven't you? Oh. Oh, wait, I get it now. 777, yes! 777! And I think I hear something unlocking in here. Impressive, Junpei. It would appear to be unlocked now. There is something akin to a drawer at the bottom of in the bottom part of this machine, yes? That is a pickup drawer for the dividend. Probably the lock for the drawer got unlocked. Please open it if you would. I don't know, I don't know if I trust him anymore. Quite the lucky one. A little bit. Oh, hello, welcome in. Can you... I want to click this, please. Ooh, a key and a card. What is it? Is there something in there? Yeah, a playing card. And this... a key with the Venus symbol on it. Excellent, Junpei. Now, we will be able to open the gate. Then we just need to figure out how to get out of this room. Correct. Come on, Junpei, hurry up. And he's off. There was a playing card and a Venus key. Better put the key in my pocket for later. As for the card... 2 of spades. Okay. How does Snake know there are symbols on the buttons? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're overthinking it and we just don't see the fact that, like, maybe he touched the machine or something. Like, they don't show us that, but, like, maybe he, he was doing his own investigating, running his little fingers over everything. I swear Junpei's pockets must be black holes. I think they are. I mean, we just have, like, people are like, oh, what do you have in your pockets, Junpei? And he pulls out, like, a handful of playing cards, a key. I don't even know what else we even have on us right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's go over here. I'm assuming we have to get 9, right? For the... what's it called? Digital route. Yeah, a calculator, 20 folders, just right there in his pocket. Yeah, any RPG main character is like that. Yeah, anyways, I'm assuming we're gonna have to get a digital route of 9. Which, what cards do we have? Fuck, I forgot to open up my, okay, there we go. We have 8, 4, 3, and 2. Can we do anything with that? Okay. Ooh, okay, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that. 2, 3. Oh, we can only put 1 in. Okay, then this. Yeah. Okay, wait, now we have to, okay. Now we have to do the digital route. I was just thinking one step ahead. And in you go. Hey! All right, it opened up. It seems we have another device to contend with, yes? There are 3 slots in this one. Listen, I got it, don't even worry. Let's see, 3 slots for cards. And there's a 9 right below them. So that probably means we gotta make 9 with these 3 cards we put in the slots, right? Just like what we did over at the card table. Alright, let's give it a shot. I mean, considering we only have 3 cards. Okay. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Alright, so I put all the cards we had left into the slots. What happens now? Yeah, I was too fast for myself. I was like, damn. I don't know why in my head I was like, oh, we'll just stack all the cards in one slot. I don't know why. Is that... Yes, I did hear something from the exit. Excellent work, Junpei. Wonderful. It seems the exit is unlocked. Let's go. Yippee! Let's leave. Alright, let's go. ominous door opening, of course. You found it!
All my fellas.
This way.
Fellas.
Yes, this way.
The keyhole with the Venus symbol.
Oh yeah, we did get that key. Alright, let's put this shit in. Yippee!
The Venus key should work here. It sounds like it did. Alright, let's get this thing open.
No problem. Let me help with this one.
Alright.
It sounds as though you have opened it. We should be able to reach C deck now, I imagine.
Snake, are you gonna be alright? I mean, the stairs.
Please, do not do yourself the embarrassment of underestimating me. I would be unlikely to trip even if I were running backwards.
Listen, I'm already sus of you, so don't be saying that.
Good to hear. Let's move.
Everything looks okay here.
I mean, I guess so. We're just looking in one corridor. I can't hear the song without seeing the blue archive edit. See, this is my first time playing the game, so like I have no attachment to any of these people.
We should check the next deck down, just in case.
Okay, why do you just say things that sound so sus, Snake, please?
Just what I thought. D-deck is completely underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
I'm just glad the water level hasn't changed much.
Back to the C deck then.
Thank you, Anarchy, for the posture check, the hydrate or dihydrate in this stretch. Oh my god, thank you, Black Blue, for the follow. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. Well, let me have a little ship.
Now, how about we check out what's here?
There are 2 elevators over there, which means it's probably the same upstairs.
There's a card reader between them.
I think this one... Oh, excuse me. Is this one Mercury? I don't know why I'm getting that. Either that or, like, it's Mars? I don't know. I think it was an M. I'm gonna be completely wrong, and you know what? That's completely fine. I don't claim to have any knowledge in this. I'm just guessing.
And another weird mark.
Oh, those would be my channel redemption noises. we have a whole load of them. If you click where the channel points are, they love having their little ways to speak. Chat does. Mercury probs. It's closest to Venus.
Hey,
Fair?
check it out. It's the symbol for Lotus.
What?
See? It's got the woman symbol, and then it's got the devil horns, right?
Aw, I love Junpei's casual misogyny. It's so good.
Yeah, I see it. No two ways about it. That was a pretty good one, kid.
Oh, would you watch it, man? Whew, that hurts. You're gonna break my neck.
What are you talking about? The human body ain't that weak. Maybe this'll toughen you up, huh?
If we were looking for a devil, we've got one right here.
This is a Mercury symbol.
I was right. It is Mercury. Yippee!
The marks you mistook for horns are a stylized version of the wings and staff of Hermes.
Wings and a staff. Huh. So then, she beats you with the staff until you die and go to heaven.
Fuck you, Anarchy. He's more of an ogre than a demon. Damn true. No, Pyro, please. Please don't make me do the uwu voice.
Sounds like Lotus, all right.
I look away for 1 minute and I see Ubu voice redemption for 1 minute. Boy. Set a timer for 1 minute. I would like to apologize ahead of time if you don't know what this is. Set a timer for 1 minute. There we go.
All right. Make it to. Oh my god. I'll add it after this.
7. Oh, that's too much. Oh, my head. Oh, I think I'm gonna puke.
Don't.
Unless we can activate this device, I doubt the elevator will function.
In other words, we gotta find a key card with a Mercury symbol on it.
One of these days, I'm gonna have you guys vote on whether we should abolish Ubu voice forever. And it'll be one vote. Majority rules.
So I would assume.
Let's forget the elevators for right now. How about that hallway to the left?
Whoa, there's a bunch of doors.
Ah, shit. We're not gonna have enough time to check all these, are we?
This looks like the hallway from a Scooby-Doo movie.
Maybe we can come back here later. We should check out the other side. Let's head back.
To the right this time.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them up, starting with the closest one there.
Okay, I'm on it.
I mean, if you each took a door, it would go faster, wouldn't it?
Huh, it isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
As a Dark Tower reader, I always am suspicious of doors. As you should be.
What?
Oh.
You know, fellas, I think that this might end up being another escape room we have to escape from. Believe it or not. See, if I was them, I would be hesitant opening any door, because I'm like, you know what? Chances of us getting, like, trapped in here and having to, like, solve a puzzle to get out is going to be very likely.
Hey, what is this place?
You're right, that does look like an 8. I was wondering, I was like, what the fuck is that? I don't know why I didn't see an 8, but now that you say it looks like one, I agree.
It's so huge. And empty.
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
Is this where the poor people slept?
Is this a hospital? The harsh scent in the air is reminiscent of antiseptic solution.
I think so. There are shelves in the center of the room with medicine and surgical tools.
Well, the alternative is being stuck where they stand and drowning after 9 hours. You're right. No, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, but I probably would hesitate every time I did. I'd be like, hold this shit open, please. Somebody stand next to the door and hold it open.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end.
Oh yeah, there is.
The left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt, they're numbered doors.
Hey, why is that door between 3 and 7 blank? Does that mean anything?
No point worrying about it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
Freebie door? Poor people don't sleep in hospitals. Listen, I thought it was like, like on the Titanic. Well, like any boat back in the day, they had like the poor people area and it was just like really shitty.
Yeah, good idea.
Like, I just wouldn't be surprised if they just made all of like the really poor people sleep in one room. Okay.
Yep, locked. Just like I thought.
Naturally. After all, there are rules to the nonary game, and to allow these doors to open easily would violate those rules.
Yeah, not like specifically for them, but it's like, well, there's a little bit of room right here. This could be where we shove them.
Unless we can authenticate ourselves with the red, the numbered doors will...
There was a space for poorer passengers. Yeah, like class systems and such. You know, like you had like the really, really rich people had like the big ass rooms. And then as it goes down and down, whoever pays like the lowest amount, like, you know, they get the shitty area.
Whoa, check this out.
What?
Look at the red. There's nothing on it.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Don't you remember the red back at the main staircase?
Gonna be honest? No.
If there wasn't anyone in it, it said vacant on the little screen, remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But
yeah.
this one-
There's nothing.
Maybe we're not supposed to use it?
Right? You think it's broken?
Maybe.
Only one way to find out.
No, nothing.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
I didn't think all of them would be malfunctioning.
What does it mean?
I don't know. But if I bought a ticket on a cruise liner and had to sleep in a dorm room like this, I would be pissed. I think anybody would be pissed. At least you wouldn't be sleeping at the bottom of the ocean, yo. Well, the people of that Titanic did anyway. Oh god. They're just like us for real. Well, to be fair, I don't think I saw a single matching number. Yeah.
They've gotta be broken. Man, that bastard. I didn't think Zero was the kind of guy who'd screw around with something like this.
Whoa. Zero's been prepared for everything so far, and you're saying he's gonna make a mistake now?
Well, that's the only thing I can think of. This thing ain't working at all.
It seems as if some of the internal hardware has been removed.
Internal hardware?
That is what I said. Take a look at the underside of this red, if you please.
The bottom? Huh, there's a thin slot here. I think it's a slot for something. Probably electronic.
You know, great observations as always, Junpei. I love it.
The other two reds are the same. Something's been removed from all three of them.
I get it. So the reds aren't working because somebody pulled out their guts.
So I assume.
But why? And who? I mean, it really doesn't make sense.
I have no idea. Why on earth would I know something like that?
Oh, what now? June!
What the fuck are you doing here? Wait, oh my god, it's everybody.
Ace, Santa, Clover, and Lotus.
Hey, Pookies.
Guess everyone's here.
What are you guys doing?
Why are you...
That's my line?
Perhaps we should exchange information.
Okay.
And that's what we know.
Thank God I didn't have to hear a recap of our end. Like, I didn't play it.
Well, this isn't good. If the red is inactive, we can't keep going.
What about that big hallway? Maybe there's somewhere in there we might be able to go.
No, there's nothing there. The 5 of us had a quick look. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
You mean all those doors are for hospital rooms?
Yes. There are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
It had one of those solar system mark things on it.
My favorite thing are their sprites because they just look so goofy, but something about it is very charming.
It was the Jupiter symbol.
Oh.
Jupiter.
I wonder what it means.
While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room? I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this.
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship.
I also feel the same way about the voice acting. Like, the voice acting itself is good, but, like, I think it's, like, whatever the script is, it always sounds a little bit weird.
Chances are it's the gigantic.
The gigantic?
What is this gigantic?
What? What is he talking about?
The gigantic. She was a sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th century.
Is that true? Or are they making that shit up? To be fair, the original game was not voiced. Oh, it wasn't? So they probably never thought about what it would sound like spoken out loud. That actually makes sense. True, because like when you write something, it doesn't always sound like how someone would say it out loud. So that actually makes a lot of sense.
Actually, the Titanic had two sister ships, and they looked exactly the same. The gigantic was said to be one of them.
I just don't think that's true. I feel like I've never heard this.
They intended to make her a passenger liner like the Titanic, but World War I began soon after the ship launched.
The Titanic did have a sister ship, IRL, but it wasn't the gigantic. I think it was like, it started with the O, I think. Like, I definitely remember another ship, but like not the gigantic. What the fuck? That sounds stupid. I kind of like the choice of VAs though. No, I think the voices themselves are good though. I do. Olympic is real, gigantic is not. Okay, yeah. I thought it was something with an O. The game added gigantic for the plot. Listen, a little drama to the plot never hurt nobody. You know, I think it's okay that you take like aspects of like reality, but like, you know, mix them with fiction. So you're not just like making light of an actual situation. Except for the Titanic. To be honest, the Titanic happened so long ago, I feel like you can't get offended anymore. They intended to make her a passenger line, okay.
British Navy took her over and made her a hospital ship.
Are we on the gigantic right now?
At some point during the war, the gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea.
I can't even remember, why did we bring this up?
She ran aground afterwards, so she didn't end up sunk. What happened to her after that? One theory going around is that a man named Lord Gourdane bought her. Seemed like he'd been one of the few to survive the Titanic sinking. That trauma turned him into some kind of obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic. Soon enough, the guy wanted the Titanic itself. Which was impossible, of course. It's stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. But the gigantic wasn't. And seeing as she was identical...
So you're saying this Lord Gourdane bought this ship?
Yeah, at least I think I am.
That's impossible. No way we're in some boat that's almost 100 years old.
Pipe down, just pay attention. What, that's it? Well, have you got any proof?
Proof?
Proof that this ship is really the gigantic.
Well, this ship's got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship. So, I just figured...
Oh, for goodness. Don't tell me that's your only reason.
No, I've got more.
I mean, it's a better lead than anything else we have right now. Do you have anything else? Lotus? I think that's what your name was.
Like?
You got any theories? Any game theories?
Well, I mean...
Isn't there that weird theory that the sister ship was the actual one that sunk, not the Titanic? Yes. Yeah, that is a theory. I had, when I was in college, I took a conspiracy theory English class. So it was like an English class, but geared towards like analyzing conspiracy theories, and one of the ones that we looked at was the Titanic. So, and that theory being that it was the sister ship that sunk, not the Titanic. And they're like, oh, insurance fraud. Yeah, considering they do go a little into the conspiracy theories of the Titanic, the plot wouldn't work if said, God, I can't read, I'm so sorry. It wouldn't work if they said this ship was the Olympic. Yeah. Santa, in what way can a 100-year-old ship be impossible? I know, like, if they do maintenance on it, why wouldn't it be able to work?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
For real, have a little bit of Christmas spirit. That sounds sick. I only read Shakespeare scripts in my English classes. I mean, I don't know. They have like really weird classes in university.
Yeah, sorry about that. Huh. A bell.
It sounds like the clock in the main stairway. 10, 11, 12. 12.
It's midnight. Then we've still got 6 hours left, right?
Damn, it's been 3 hours.
Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
What do you mean, find? How on earth do you propose we do that?
We've looked everywhere in this room, but we haven't found anything.
Right.
That only leaves one place to look.
One?
Well, not just one.
Huh?
Wait. Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
Well, you already checked some of them out before you came here, right?
We each checked a single room, so 5 rooms in total.
All right then. That's 5 rooms we don't have to search. We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us. If each of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
That's crazy. 6 rooms.
There are 48 other rooms?
Maybe?
All right, so everyone knows which area they're searching?
Yeah.
Yes!
We'll all meet up when the clock goes off again. How about in that room with all the beds?
Yeah. Sounds straightforward enough.
I'll shout if I find any of the components we need.
I hope we can find them within the time limit.
If we can't, then we'll just have to come up with another plan.
Right.
Then let's do this.
Scatter.
It's a 1. I better get back to the others.
Damn, I didn't even get to search anything.
Huh?
Hello?
What are they doing over there? What happened, guys?
Jumpy, look!
Vacant? Come on, guys. Who was it? I thought we were supposed to yell if we found it.
Well...
What the hell? What is up with you guys?
Dude, they're haters.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know.
You don't know?
When I got back, it was already like this. There was no one else here. That means I was the first one back, but the missing parts were already back in the red.
What? Let me see. You're right. It's in there. What about the other 2?
They're the same.
Let me take a look. It's just as you said.
It's just as you said.
All right, I just want to be sure here.
I imagine him running all the way down to the other doors.
Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right?
Correct.
None.
Huh. Wait a minute.
Ew, look at her hands. Her hands look so weird. It's partly because, like, I don't know, they just look so like little spiders.
Where's Snake?
Why does Seven voice Alistair in the Hazard Hotel pilot? I don't know. Where's
Does that mean that he
Snake?
found them?
I don't know. I told you guys I don't trust him. He's being sus. Bro, where's your brother?
I've no idea. There's nothing to suggest
Wait, did he say Seven or
but
Snake?
nothing to suggest he didn't either.
Now I don't know.
I don't suppose we'll know until we can ask him in person.
Well, whatever he did or didn't do, he's pretty damn late. What the hell is he up to?
Okay, I think he did say Snake.
Maybe he's lost.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, that seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place.
No! That's impossible!
What?
Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing. He can get around as well as anyone who can see.
Okay, and that just makes him more sus.
So he couldn't get lost. That's impossible.
Relax, bro. English VAs do get around quite a bit.
I'm gonna go look for him.
Why is she crying?
Hey, hold on, Clover. Wait. Well, that didn't work. Damn it. What should we do now?
Well, the red is working now.
No, we're not leaving two people behind. We should go look for them.
Oh, man. This ain't good.
Oh, yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk. Now let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots.
He's kind of based, you guys. Wait, oh well. Yeah, he really was like, anyways. Wouldn't you be crying if you were trapped in a death game and your brother, the only person you trust, just went missing? I don't know. I feel like she was crying for like weird. I don't know. It's just the way that it just happened. Everybody was acting weird. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what I would be doing, to be honest. And listen, I'm not a hater. That's not true. That's not true. No, listen. No, listen, wait.
Then remain here if you feel you must, but
Listen,
there's no
man,
time.
I can't help it. I'm like Santa, bro. Me and him, we get each other.
We've only 5 hours left.
I think it's because I'm already sus of Snake. Even though I like him and I want to trust him, I don't trust him. So he's missing. I'm like, yeah, that's expected. So her crying, I'm like, what are you crying for? He's sus.
Let's split up.
All right, I'll take this direction.
I don't know if we should split up. I feel like we should be in pairs. Because look what
Then I
happened
shall
last
look
time we
that
split up. Somebody went missing.
I'll be over here.
See you all later.
See ya.
All right, we should go too.
Yes, let's go. But where should we start?
I don't know if it's I just don't like June's stereotype of girls. Like her brand of girl. I just don't tend to like these kind of characters. Or if I'm like sus of her, I don't know. I just don't trust her either. Like I don't trust these like goody types. I don't know.
Let's see.
You know what? I am a hater at heart. I can't help it. I'm untrustful. Okay, casino first. Oh, what was the one with the piano in it? Yeah, I don't like the damsel in distress archetype. You said it better than me. I do hate her in naivete. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It just makes me not want to trust her because I'm like, are you putting on an act right now? Back to the large hospital room, the hallway with all the rooms. First class cabin, I think.
Oh, what about the first class cabin on B deck?
Because, you know, he was interested in the piano. First floor cabin, okay.
Okay, let's go, Jumpy.
What should Junpei do?
Are you alright?
Hey. With your weird spider hands.
Look, I know you're really worried, but...
We're gonna find him together.
Alone. Alone.
Hmm?
Alone. I said leave me alone! You're so annoying! Just go away and leave me alone! Just looking at you guys is pissing me off! Go away, okay? Just go somewhere else! Stop bothering me! Why are you still here? Did you hear me?
Nah, she's lucky that I'm not there.
Huh?
She's lucky this is Junpei and not me.
Fine, forget it. If you aren't gonna leave, then I'll just...
Alright, let's go, June.
Yeah.
We really need to find Snake, for Clover's sake. So, where do you think we should go next?
Okay,
How about the casino?
Let's go take a look.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
I don't know, she looks like she's standing there.
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really? Maybe you need to look harder.
I don't think that's the problem.
Oh, by the way,
She's having a moment, give it some time. You're like, here, wait a minute.
I've got a proposal for you two. Care to hear it?
Sure.
What is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it. Why don't we team up?
Form an alliance?
Team up?
Yeah. What? You need me to explain it to you? I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door?
Even if we wanted to, that's impossible.
Why?
Jumpy's bracelet number is 5, mine is 6, and yours is 8. Our digital route would be 1. But there's no number 1 door in the large hospital room.
This is true.
The only doors there are 3, 7, and 8.
Then we add another person.
Huh?
Who?
What? Isn't that easy? 7.
Oh, if we add 7, 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 equals 26. The digital root of 26, 2 plus 6 equals 8. Wait a minute. What about the other 4? Ace, Snake, Santa, and Clover.
Well, why don't you add them up?
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. And 1 plus 0 equals 1. The digital root for those 4 would be 1.
That's right.
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room, right?
Of course I know that.
So you're saying we leave them behind?
No! Are you saying you'd leave them behind?
Of course not. What kind of woman do you think I am? Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we?
Yeah, if we could get there and back before 9 hours.
Then we wouldn't really be leaving them behind.
Don't try to lie to us. I don't think you do anything of the sort.
It always gets me that they have to do the who math every time. Listen, and they do it so fast, my ass would be like, 1, 2, 3. I'd be having to count on my fingers. Because whenever I can't do math in my head normally, but if I was like trying to count under pressure, I'd be like, That's what Junpei's got the calculator for. He's like, wait, hold on, guys. Let me calculate this on my calculator.
Really? Why do you think that?
You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours left. Even if we manage to escape, there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours.
Well, you never know until you try.
No, you're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship. The four of us couldn't open door 9. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Yeah, that's right. The digital route for the 4 of us would be 8, so we'd have to add Ace to make 9.
That's right. Unless we bring Ace too, we'll be stuck.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
She said, damn, well, that sucks.
Unfortunate. That's all you have to say?
Actually, we wouldn't be able to get through the 9 door.
Well, let's try and find another way, okay?
Yeah.
A way to get out of here with all 8 of us.
That's impossible. Are you being serious? And you do know that only 5 people, at most, can go through one of the numbered doors,
We just have
right?
to split into groups.
The number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind.
Huh?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
No. Wait just a second. You're skipping over a really big detail. Is that really okay? That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with that?
Well, that's not necessarily true. Depending on what numbers we are, maybe we can get a digital root of 9 twice.
That's just...
He's having a brain blast like Hajime.
Do you think I could have a moment alone? There's some things I need to think about.
She's like, hold on, I need to readjust who's gonna be on my team.
That didn't turn out to be a very pleasant conversation.
Yeah. Well, regardless, let's just focus on finding Snake for now, okay?
Yes, you're right. We can think about those other things later.
Yeah. All right, where should we go next?
Do you think if I go to the first class cabin but I don't talk to her, she'll get like pissed off at me? The hallway with all the rooms.
Let's go back downstairs and check out that hallway with all the doors. Oh, it's Ace.
Oh! He said, oh, it's Ace. Well, once one team goes through a door, no one else can go through it while they're in it. True. And if the 9 door works like the other doors, once one team goes through, no one else can open it. Damn. Damn, you're right.
Hey, Snake! Where are you? Answer me if you're there!
Wow, he's the only bitch actually looking for him. You know what? Should I run to Ace or should I let him handle it? I mean, she wants to be left alone, but listen, I'm like, what if I just skirt around her? I'm like, hey, I'm not here for you. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
Let's go.
Ah, hello there.
Hello.
Snake is... Well, that's obvious, isn't it? I assume you haven't found him yet?
No.
Yeah, doesn't seem like you're having any luck either.
I really wonder where he could have gone.
Well, wherever he's disappeared to, we must find him as quickly as we can. For Clover's sake.
Right.
By the way, do you think Clover and Snake are really siblings?
Why would you say that?
Why? Well, it's obvious, isn't it?
Junpei when he's never heard of hair dye. Listen, I was like, why did she blush?
They don't look alike at all.
Yes, you know, now that you mention it, they don't. Still, there are a great many siblings who do not look like one another. It certainly isn't rare. At any rate, we really must find Snake as soon as possible. The clock is ticking. We really can't afford to waste any time. Very well. Let's get back to the search, shall we? You can leave this area to me.
All right. Let's go, Jumpy.
Something about that was... I'll think on it later.
I'll think on it later.
Like Ace said, finding Snake is our top priority.
By the way, have you ever been looking at, you know, I've only been in the novel. I've not been in adventure mode. I forgot. I forgot it was a thing, I'm not gonna lie. I know it's been sitting there, but I have not used it. Listen, good thing I don't know anything about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. So I don't have that issue.
All right, where should we go next?
Large.
Why don't we go back to the big hospital room?
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I like the other. I think I'm just more used to like visual novels, so I usually I like the other screen better.
Okay, let's go then.
Like you get this, but they turned and headed back towards the large hospital room.
Hey, wait, that's
Santa. On their way to the large hospital room, Junpei and June notice Santa standing next to the door number 3 door. Jesus Christ.
Santa?
Junpei paused. What should Junpei do? Talk to him because I'm nosy. Junpei and June walked up to Santa. Damn, how much have I been missing by never going into this
doing?
mode?
What? You can't tell? I'm checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
What? It's not bothering you?
Huh?
The guts of this red.
I don't like that they block the sprites, though.
Why wouldn't you wonder who the hell put it back in here?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm curious too, but...
Who do you think did it?
Santa's eyes narrowed as he looked at June. She shook her head.
I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us?
I don't know. Listen, man, I don't know. I don't know. Why would I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything. Why are you asking me? You know I want to say snake. But, like, is it too obvious that it's like... I don't know. It was me, it was you, it was all of us. We all put it there together as a group. I'm saying, I like the extra, like, bits of, like, filler text. I like the format of the other one. I'm like, why can't I have both? I need a combination of the two somehow. I believe... I don't know if I believe Zero is on the ship. At max, there's 10 of us. There was 10 of us here at the start.
Well, it seems like it would have to be Snake, wouldn't it? Maybe he got back here before any of us. He found the parts somewhere, put them back, and then went through one of the numbered doors.
No, that's not possible. You have to authenticate with at least 3 people, or the red won't open the door. There's no way a single person could get through there by themselves.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It was a stupid mistake and Junpei knew it. How had he made such a foolish miscalculation? And how had Santa noticed it so quickly? Damn, bro. The DS version had both since it used both screens. Oh, that makes sense. Perhaps he just wasn't as clever as he used to be? Junpei shook his head sadly.
So, in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red.
Santa grinned.
Bingo! We have a winner.
But if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know that they fixed it.
Yeah.
But why?
So maybe it was Lotus?
No idea. Maybe if they come clean on that, it means we'd find out something else. Something bad.
Something bad?
Dunno. But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding. Of course, it could have something to do with Snake's disappearance.
Did they kill him?
You think maybe they did something to Snake?
Yeah.
Junpei stared at Santa. There was something about him that made Junpei wary. At first, he'd assumed the other man wasn't terribly clever, but Junpei was beginning to think he would need to reevaluate that assessment. When Santa spoke again, his voice was quiet.
Look, if you trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose. You've gotta be careful. The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back.
Which is why I don't trust June! With that depressing suggestion, he turned and quietly walked
And
away.
that's that, I guess.
Where would they go next? Wait, if I go back...
Why don't we go check out the first class cabin?
All right, let's.
They quickened their pace and headed for B deck. Listen, I'm gonna hope...
No one's here. Maybe we'll have more luck somewhere else. But where?
Alright, well, I guess that we're done then.
Let's head back to the large...
All right, that's probably.
I
Considering...
don't think anyone is here.
Finish searching. I mean, we've been everywhere, right?
Let's go take a look around the casino.
I mean, it looks like we can gray out options, so I guess we
Okay.
might as well go check everywhere and gray that out.
Let's try somewhere else. Hey, why don't we...
Sure.
Yeah, I guess we're good. I guess we're done. We,
I don't
and
think
we
anyone is...
yielded what? I don't know. They looked everywhere they could think of, but Snake was nowhere to be found.
Snake hasn't been anywhere we've searched.
Lotus looked around at the 6 frustrated faces and spoke.
And we can't keep looking for him. Wherever he is, it's not here. We need to get moving.
Junpei couldn't disagree with what she was saying. Snake seemed to have completely disappeared. There was no point in wasting any more time. The others seemed to be having similar thoughts, but they stayed silent. Finally, 7 spoke.
We don't got a choice. Lotus is right. We're not gonna find Snake. There's a problem, though. We've got to figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Yes, I have a proposal.
She walked back and forth across the floor, her heels clicking against the wood. Finally, she stopped.
Why don't we decide on one person to sacrifice?
Fucking yo.
Sacrifice?
Well, perhaps that's a bit of a harsh word, but yes. You've all figured it out by now, haven't you? We can't all make it through those doors. If we split into 2 teams of 4 and 3 people respectively, then 3 people will be left behind. If we split into 2 teams of 5 and 2 people respectively, then 2 people will be left behind. But if we split into 2 groups of 3 and leave 1 person out, then only 1 person will be left behind.
Leaving behind 3 people with 2 teams of 4 and 3. Girl, I don't know. I didn't think about it. I don't know. She's probably right. Listen, I can't fucking do math. Because there's... Are we counting as Clover here or not? I guess so, yeah. I mean... It wasn't pleasant, but she was right. There wasn't any way the numbers worked out. If one group was 4 and the other group would always have a digital route that didn't match a door. When 7 spoke, his voice was strained.
Then you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind.
Yes, we do. Given our circumstances, it's logically and morally the best solution. If the other 6 are to survive, then one person has to sacrifice themselves.
No, that's too cruel.
What's so cruel about it?
To just sacrifice someone like that?
Then what's your plan? Maybe we should sacrifice 2 people instead of just 1.
That's not what I meant. We shouldn't sacrifice anyone.
I told you, that's impossible. Wake up.
Whoa, calm down, you two.
Santa stepped between Lotus and June.
Look, what Lotus is trying to say is, you should aim to bring the greatest amount of happiness to the greatest amount of people, right?
Exactly. That's how democracy works. And for that reason, I think the only fair way to decide who will be sacrificed is through a vote. What do you think?
No, that's terrible.
I'm not asking you. Shut up.
Girl, this is like the exact reason I hate June. I mean, like, listen, I'd be willing to hear her out if she had another solution. Like, if there's a way to get all of this through, trust me, I would love to hear it. But she's not providing another solution, you know what I mean?
What about you, Santa?
Me? Well, I agree, I guess.
All right, that's 1 vote for. Counting mine, that's 2. 7.
I can't say I agree with you, but we don't exactly have a choice. If we don't do something, we're all gonna die.
Her solution, we try harder until we all die. Oh, God.
Oh, glad to see you get it. If I can get 1 more vote, then it's decided. What about you, Clover?
I'm curious to what she's gonna say. Clover had moved away from the group and was sitting on one of the beds. Her whole body drooped. Junpei didn't know if she'd even heard Lotus's proposal.
Hey, Clover.
Lotus walked over to Clover and gently laid a hand on her shoulder.
Your brother has to be behind one of the numbered doors. We've searched everywhere, but we didn't find him. Doesn't that mean he has to have gone through one of them somehow?
Clover slowly lifted her face.
Let's go look for him together, okay?
Oh my gosh, she's manipulating her ass. I was gonna say we should leave her behind. Because her brother is, like, somewhere.
If we sacrifice 1 person, then we can go look for him. You agree with me, right?
She's gaslight gatekeep girl bossing. Oh my god.
Okay.
Clover nodded once.
The motion carries.
Lotus spun around and walked toward Junpei.
Now, let's start a vote too.
That won't be necessary.
Ace had barely spoken for Lotus's entire speech, and everyone jumped a little. 6 pairs of eyes turned to look at him. He didn't seem to notice or even care.
I will stay. That should solve our problem, yes?
Ace, what are you saying? No, you can't do that. That won't solve anything.
June's voice shook, and she looked around desperately for someone to agree with her. Ace simply looked at her.
June, I'm afraid you may have misunderstood me. I said I would stay, but I never said I would sacrifice myself.
Huh?
I trust you, each and every one of you. I believe you'll come back for me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's optimistic, and then there's just nuts. Those doors only go one way. You go in, you don't come out. If we go through them...
You won't be able to return, correct?
Yeah, I said I feel like we should have sacrificed June, me personally.
Yeah.
True, But that will not be the case once you've escaped from the ship.
What?
Please, I beg you. Once you've escaped, come back and rescue me. Ideally, within the time limit Zero has given us.
No, that's ridiculous. There's no way we could get back in time.
Finally, Junpei could hold his tongue no longer.
We've only got 5 hours left. We don't even know where the hell we are. How on earth are we gonna find someone to come and rescue you?
Then, perhaps you would prefer to stay instead of me? Or perhaps you would be willing to leave June behind?
Yes. Ace's voice was dignified and without a hint of cruelty or malice. Junpei had no rebuttal.
You see, there's no other choice. Then I see we've come to our conclusion. Go on. Don't worry yourselves about me. Go, quickly.
Junpei stood frozen by indecision, unable to move. June bit her lips so hard that Junpei feared she would break the skin. Santa stood against a wall, calm and aloof. Seven tore his beanie from his head and turned it over anxiously in his hands. Only Clover stared at Ace, with an expression Junpei was unable to decipher. Lotus's attitude, however, was different from the others. This is crazy. Like, if you play in the other mode, you're missing so much. What? Some people might not think this is important, but I kind of do. I'm not sure how it splits up. Can you even go through the doors if she stays behind? I have no clue.
Good. Let's accept his kind offer then.
She smiled, her eyes bright. Ace answered with a smile of his own.
Good. I think this is the best for me. Perhaps I'll be able to take a nap. It may be my age, but I get tired so easily these days.
As he spoke, Ace lowered himself down to the floor next to one of the beds. From somewhere deep in the ship, Junpei suddenly heard the screeching of metal on metal. It was almost as if the ship were screaming. Would it really hold until their time limit was up? Already, D-Deck was flooded. In the sudden silence, the only sound was the sad metal wail of the ship. Unsurprisingly, it was Lotus who spoke first.
Well, what are you waiting for? We're wasting time. Why don't we hurry it up?
As if a spell had been broken, the others all began to talk at once.
You're right. We should get going. That's all we can do right now.
7.
Seriously. Honestly, I was getting kind of sick of listening to you guys talk.
You too, Santa? I have to find my brother. Wait, all of you. Let's just calm down and think about this.
What's there to think about, June? Tell me, what is it? Yeah, that's the main gripe a lot of people had with the remake of 999, because the game doesn't really tell you about novel mode and you miss a lot. Yeah. Like, you know, I feel like there's a lot more emotion that you get to feel when you like see like how they react to something. Whereas the original had both at the same time. But it's understandable since there's only one screen now, but I wish they drew more attention to it. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I feel like you could have both. Like, if you had it on the other screen, but, like, it would just bring up the same, like, filler text. Like, at least the, like, this person looked this way and looked to the side, that kind of thing. Like, I felt like they could have still added that to the little text box, but whatever.
There has to be a way to get everyone out. There has to be.
Stream, do I DoorDash Wendy's? Yeah, I think you should. Do it for me. Yo, Ace, wake your ass up. You're replacing June. Period.
Right, Jumpy? Say something.
Yeah, let's think. There's gotta be another way.
His words sounded hollow and fake.
Fine! Forget about it! I'll figure it out on my own.
Listen, he's just like me for real. Or at least had novel mode be the default instead of adventure mode. Exactly. Because, like, they talked about it at the beginning, but, like, I didn't think I was going to be missing out on so much. I thought it was going to be, like, the same thing, but just the presentation of it was different. You know what I mean? Like, you'd get the same exact lines, but one of them just looked like this, like an adventure game. The other one looks like a fucking visual novel. He spun around and went towards Ace. I didn't get to I clicked too fast. He slumped down next to the bed when June grabbed his arm and pulled.
Ace! Come on, Ace. Please stand up. You can't give up yet. We just have to sit down together and think about this. We'll figure out a way that we can all get out of here.
Then it happened. Ace fell forward. He slumped over onto the wooden floor, his body folded in half like a boxer out cold. June cried out and dropped to her knees beside him. She pulled her arm around his neck and did her best to lift him up.
What happened? Ace, say something!
She shook him frantically. His eyes fluttered open.
I'm all right.
His voice was weak and slightly slurred.
How are you all right?
This.
He held out his left arm and slowly opened his hand.
A syringe?
In it was a syringe and a small vial. The vial was empty. It had only recently been emptied. A few drops clung to the sides. There was a label taped onto the side of the container. It read, Soporil Beta.
Soporil Beta? What does this do? Did you use this?
Yes. It's just anesthetic. I'll be fine.
Anesthetic?
I found it earlier. While we were searching the hospital rooms. I thought it might be useful later. I didn't think I'd be using it on myself.
Why did you do this?
Didn't I tell you? I'd like to take a nap. I really am very tired.
Junpei knew that wasn't why he'd done it. Ace had injected himself with anesthetic to forestall Junpei and June's attempts to bring him along. If he couldn't move, there was nothing they could do. He'd injected himself so that they would be forced to leave him behind.
Ace.
Is there something you want to say? I just like to sleep a little. Could you keep it down?
No, don't, Ace. Don't fall asleep.
You feel warm. So comfortable. I think I'll have a nice dream.
Ace's eyelids drooped further and further, almost as though he were dying.
Ace! Ace!
She shook his shoulder again and again and again, but this time he didn't respond. Only the gentle rising and falling of his chest told them he was alive. Junpei was relieved to see he was, in fact, still breathing.
Let's get him up on a bed.
He lifted Ace up off the floor and laid him on the bed he'd been leaning against. When Junpei turned around, Lotus gave him a look of pity.
Well, we really don't have a choice now. We can't let his sacrifice go to waste, right?
Like you even mean that.
You say something?
No, nothing.
He said, I ain't saying something. Huh? Have I come into a character death? He's just having a nap. Don't worry about it. Oh, hell no. Why do I always pick the worst characters to favor? I'm sorry, Hydro. June doting on her man. Lol. He's just EP. Exactly, a very long sleep. Perhaps permanently, who knows? It felt wrong, but he had to disagree. Listen, at least when the water comes up, he's not gonna be awake to drown. Well, be conscious for drowning. Then suddenly Santa spoke.
Yeah, but we're not done choosing yet, are we?
Huh?
We have to split into
What do you
teams
mean?
now.
Well, we haven't decided who's going in what door.
Ah, yes. Yes, that's true.
Enough of this screwing around. Let's decide. You first, Lotus. Which door do you want?
I want door number 8. It's the same number as my bracelet number.
Got it. You're 8. You're next, 7. Which one do you want?
I'll take 7. I can't get along with that old lady.
What? What did you just say?
Her face distorted by rage, Lotus took a step towards 7. He threw up his hands and made a face like a child caught with his hand in the cookie
Who,
jar.
me? I didn't say nothing.
You know, I didn't say nothing.
Oh, you're gonna get it next time.
If we even see each other again. Lol. She shot him a glare that would have melted steel, then turned and stalked off.
All right, who's next?
Santa's gaze moved across the 3 people left. Finally, they stopped on Junpei.
Junpei, which door do you want?
At last. Junpei's mind was already made up. Why do these people think Lotus is an old lady? Have they seen her? Listen, I think... I don't know. I was trying to make something up. I was trying to make something up as I was objecting, Your Honor, but I didn't come up with anything. What door do you guys want me to go through? Classic anime, even the grandmas are hot. Listen, she could just be looking really good for her age. Santa in his prime before he took over the North Pole. Yep, no, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. I shall abstain so that I know what each choice means. Oh god. True. My dumbass almost said what number is 7. 8 because Lotus 8. Okay, true. We were just in a match with 7, so I feel like we should get to know some of the other people.
I think I'm gonna go with door 8.
Okay, 8 it is.
Yeah.
All right then. That means June's got to go through 7.
What? Why?
Lol, bye!
What?
Santa grimaced and muttered angrily to himself, but finally began to explain.
If the 6 of us are gonna keep going without leaving anyone behind, there are only 3 ways we can do it.
Plan A.
Have 3, 5, and 8 go through 7, and 4, 6, and 7 go through 8.
Plan B.
4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8.
Okay, and then plan C.
Or 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8.
Okay. I already forget whose number is who. I really don't want to be with June because I don't like her Ash. So she's 6 or not 6. No, yeah, she's 6, right? Numbers, am I right? Clover's 4, June is 5. Oh yeah. No. 6. Okay, Jesus Christ. Why do none of us know numbers? We don't know what the 6th month is. We're all struggling. It's okay. Listen, to be fair, you know, his name's got like, it's almost June. Junpei. Okay, so. Who do we want to be with? We can either be with, Lotus. You came in late. Hello, Rob, it's okay. Plan B. 4, 5, and 7. I want to be with 7 and away from June. Who's 4 is Clover. So yeah, it would be me, Clover, and 7 in the first, or in Plan B. Plan A would be Santa, me, and Lotus. And then Plan C would be Santa, June, and 7. So there is no world in which we're with her, which is good, because I really don't want to be with June. Say Plan C, it would be Clover, me, and Lotus. You always go with Clover, so choose Lotus or 7. Fair. Because 7 and Lotus chose their doors already. True. No, it was 7. It was 7, Hydro. I kind of want to be like, listen, do me and Lotus kind of like, do I feel like I don't really get along with her? Yes. But like, you know, I want to say that I gave it the good old college try. You know what I mean? So I think I'll go with Plan C.
There are no other combinations. In other words, 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 can never go through the same doors. You get it now?
As Santa finished, June looked over at Junpei, tears welling up in the corner of her eyes. I don't know you, bro. We were childhood friends and that's it. You mean nothing to me.
Oh no. You're saying we aren't gonna see each other again for a long time.
If I really want to, and I really don't. Junpei felt just as June did. He wanted to be at her side through whatever trials they were preparing to face. But he knew if they were to survive, he had to swallow his feelings. In order for the 6 of them to move forward, he and June had to be separated. Wait, am I? I thought they said 7 and 8 can't go through the same. Well, whatever. Anyways. He looked at June. He was scared to lose her, but he swallowed, steeled his resolve, and did his best to smile.
Hey, come on. You're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again. We gotta split up, but only for a while. This is just like when we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember? We got split up then too, but we all met back up. I'll bet 7 and 8 are just like that.
You mean they're connected somewhere?
Yeah, probably.
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 She didn't sound very hopeful. It was 7 that interjected.
I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
Why? What makes you think so?
If they don't, then neither team can get through door 9. In other words, the game would end right here. Zero's been on top of his shit so far. I don't think he'd blow it now. I'm damn sure that son of a bitch wants to have his fun as long as possible. He's not gonna end this game until we get through the 9 door.
June said nothing. The tears were gone, but her eyes were still sad as they looked at Junpei. He met them, and with what reassurance he could manage, laid his hand gently on her shoulder.
Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna see each other again. I promise.
Me and Junpei are not thinking the same thing right now. Literally me. I still find it hilarious that 7 is the only person to realize this. Literally. You know what? He's smarter than we give him credit for, I think.
Yes. Promise?
Her voice was barely above a whisper. Santa's voice shattered the moment.
You guys are done, right?
He's so me. He stretched and continued.
Anyway, that's pretty much it. Clover and I will both go into separate groups. I figure I'll take 7 and Clover can take 8. Any problems with that, Clover?
Clover looked away and was silent for a moment.
Whatever.
It was more of a dismissal than an agreement, but Santa didn't seem to care.
All right, we're ready to go then. Let's move.
At Santa's command, the group split and headed for their respective doors. Alright, see you guys later. Bye. Santa, 7, and June walked towards door 7, while Clover, Lotus, and Junpei headed for door 8. Joke's on us, we should have went through door 3. And now we all die. For a moment, they stood in front of the door. Sorry, for a long moment. Lotus laid her hand against her chest and turned to Junpei and Clover.
Are you ready?
Are you ready, bestie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then shall we go?
It's just me and the girls. So let's go.
It's open.
A narrow hallway stretched out before them.
Okay.
Hurry!
I don't know, like, I really set myself up for two people that are kind of annoying me right now. But I'm giving them a chance, okay? I'm giving them a chance. Lotus and Clover leapt through the door. Damn. The moment they did, their bracelets beeped. The detonators in the bracelets had been activated. Junpei stepped forward to follow them. But as he was about to step over the threshold, he stopped. He looked to his left, toward door 7. June stood there, a mirror image of Junpei. Now what the fuck are y'all doing? She turned and looked toward him. Their eyes met.
June.
Jumpy.
They nodded. Their farewell took almost 1.5 seconds. Okay, and why did I waste that time?
What the hell are you doing?
Then someone took hold of Junpei's arms and hauled him bodily through the door. He heard the sound of the numbered door slam shut behind him. His bracelet gave a cold electronic beep.
81 seconds left. Hurry!
Lotus snapped at him and ran to the dead.
Ugh.
Junpei and Clover followed her as fast as they could.
It stopped.
He's getting on my damn nerves. Like, star-crossed lovers about to get their asses beat for being slow. Exactly. I hate shit like this. Because, like, they're trying to convince me that they like each other or are in love with each other, whatever you want to call it. And I'm like, I don't like her. She's annoying. And also, like, we were childhood friends and then we got separated. Like, I feel nothing towards this person. Stop trying to force me to be in love with her. I am not. I hope they get crushed in the doors. Help. Imagine if they actually died because they wasted that 1.5 seconds. Listen, they could have. It would have been funny. Remember the last time they met was they were in grade school. Say that they're just living in nostalgia. I honestly think that's what it is. It's like they're like, oh my god. They're blinded by rose-tinted glasses right now. With a shaking... I guess it's also like they're in a strange place and it's like, oh, it's somebody that I recognize. I'm gonna cling on to that. It's silly human brain behavior. I can't really fault... I can't fault them for that, but narratively wise, like, I don't fucking like this bitch, so... Like, I get it, but also, I don't like her. With a shaking hand, she wiped a few beads of sweat from her forehead. Clover, however, was calm, aloof perhaps.
Pointless.
She muttered to herself without emotion and began to walk down the hallway, leaving behind a confused Junpei and Lotus. Lotus watched the girls receding back with a mix of frustration and curiosity.
What an unpleasant girl.
Hey, you're telling me.
I bet she's not very popular with the boys.
That's crazy. Well, you are not alone in your disdain for June. Yippee! W. Her sarcasm seemed a little more biting than was perhaps necessary, but she sighed and started after the younger girl.
Maybe pairing these two together was a mistake.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Too late now. I better catch up to them.
After taking a moment to catch his breath, Junpei followed.
Oh, it's a dead end.
The hallway made a number of turns before at last coming to a dead end.
There's a door on the left, though.
For a few minutes, they stood in front of the door, examining it. Above the door was a plate with the word laboratory engraved on it.
A laboratory?
Oh my god, it's just like Danganronpa.
Oh, that doesn't sound very pleasant. I don't like the look of this place.
Is it gonna be Dexter's lab on the other side?
Me either. But there aren't any other doors. It's not like we have a lot of choices.
Junpei.
What?
Huh?
Please, you first.
Okay. Well, you know, what happened to ladies first, you know? Junpei suspected her politeness was motivated by something other than respect.
Fine.
Most of the people I know who play this game hate her. Listen, I'm just saying if most people don't like her, maybe she's the problem. This isn't the TARDIS. It's not bigger on the inside. It could be. Junpei muttered to himself and pushed open the iron door. Damn, so this must be a heavy-ass door. Hello? His first steps inside were tentative and careful, but as he examined the room, it became clear that there was no imminent danger. Lotus followed him in, and Clover brought up the rear. Is this a bathhouse? The room they found themselves in was divided into two separate areas by a curved wall. A thick glass window built into that wall made it possible to see into the other side of the division.
You know, I think the window looks into another room.
Maybe it's for monitoring something.
Maybe. Junpei walked to the window and looked through.
What the hell?
What are we seeing? He wasn't sure what else to say. In the center of a room shaped like a quarter circle, a mannequin lay on what looked like a medical exam table.
Looks so creepy.
Yeah. Junpei jumped a little. He hadn't noticed Lotus come up next to him.
It's kind of like that doll is waiting for surgery.
Surgical dummy, maybe?
This is a laboratory, right? I'd say it's more like it's waiting to be experimented on.
Ooh,
It's creepy either way.
Yeah.
You don't think that thing's gonna suddenly sit up or something, do you?
I hope not.
Well, I don't know. I mean, look at all those cables sticking out of it. If we press the wrong button, I don't know.
I don't know. Also, sorry for just coughing in your face like a fucking sticky iPad kid.
Stop it. Just thinking about it is terrifying.
She was gripping her arms, the knuckles on her hands white.
Wait, where's Clover?
Bro, why'd I pick the loose cannon? I should have went in the other fucking door. She was still standing near the entrance of the room. Her face had the appearance of calm, but it was drawn and somehow sad.
What is she?
There was something almost pitiful about her. Junpei walked over to her and as kindly as he could spoke.
Are you okay?
Clover looked away.
What are you talking about?
What? I'm just worried about you.
Listen, she's about 1 second away from yelling
You've
at us.
been real quiet.
What? I can't be quiet if I want to?
Alright, fuck off.
Well, I mean, of course you can. I just...
Okay then. If I can be quiet if I want, just leave me alone, okay?
Come on, you know I can't do that. We gotta work together.
Clover bit her lip.
Junpei, you just don't get it!
Damn, brother. Clover bit her lip and was silent for a moment, and then suddenly... Her cry took Junpei by surprise, and he stumbled backward a few steps, alarmed.
My brother's not the kind of person who'd just leave me behind. Something happened to him. Something bad.
Yeah.
Junpei's like, what do you want me to say? Junpei had nothing to say. Lotus, jolted from her mannequin nightmares by Clover's voice, turned towards them.
What happened?
Clover's eyes slid to Lotus, then back to Junpei.
Look, just don't bother me, okay? Leave me alone.
Finished, she turned around. Before Junpei or Lotus could say anything, Clover had begun to walk quickly away.
Hey, wait, Clover! Hold on! That way is...
I told you to leave me alone!
Oh, she's dead. He might as well have been talking to a wall for all the notice she took of his cries. Not even slowing down, she made for a doorway cut in the wall in front of her. Without even slowing, she passed through the doorway.
Clover, watch out above you!
Oh, she's dead. And without warning, an iron gate fell from the ceiling like a I don't even... sealing her in.
What the heck?
Oh
going on
my
here?
god. Like, how do you people just do this? Ah, you piss me off. You piss me off. Dude, this is just like in fucking Resident Evil 4 when Ashley, like, runs away and somehow conveniently runs directly into a wall that has a mechanism to trap her in. Well, I say she deserves it if she dies, you know, period. Clover grabbed a hold of the iron bars and shook them as hard as she could.
Hang on! I'll get it open.
Oh, for crying out. You'll never do it on your own.
Junpei grabbed the bars and pulled. In a moment, Lotus joined him. The three of them pulled as hard as they could, but... Girl, they're iron bars. Like, okay, you taking a shit?
Damn it! It's not moving.
Wait! Are you gonna give up? Just like that?
Well, maybe you deserve it. Did you learn your lesson?
No, I'm not giving up. This has got to be another one of Zero's puzzles.
If it is, then there's gotta be a way to open it.
Junpei nodded.
Just what I was thinking. Now all we gotta do is find it. Lotus and I can look around out here. Clover, you're gonna have to see if you can find anything in there.
Oh, yes, I'm on it.
I like when game companies just, like, reuse sounds. I mean, like, if it ain't broke, why fix it? Because they use that same noise in Somnium Files. And, you know, it just brings me back to, like, yep, this is the start of the thing. Okay, so here's the room that we have. Okay. I think I want to check out the hallway first. This looks like the control for some kind of electric lock. The red light is on, and it's gotta be locked. There's a green light just below it, although that one isn't lit. I bet it'll turn on if we unlock it, right? Yeah, but how are you gonna unlock it? There's no keyhole and no card reader. No keyboard for putting in a password. I have no idea. What about this? Hey, Clover. There's a door over here too. Wait, I'll be right there. I can hear her over there. Is this door gonna... Damn it. I can't open it. Clover, what about your side? It won't work. I can't even move the knob. Okay, but that's where she's gonna get out from, so that's good to know. Is this like an examination table? There's a creepy mannequin in here, guys. What about this? I think this thing is a monitor for whatever experiment they were running here. There's a bunch of stuff here, like resistance value and voltage. The power's off, so there's nothing on it right now. Okay, what about this thing? I wonder what this is. This thing here looks like a voltmeter. And is this the control for that? Gosh, there's so many dials. Why don't you try turning one of them? Nope, nothing. There's no power here, guys. I turned the dial a whole bunch, but Even if I turn all the switches on, nothing happens. Okay, what about this? I don't know what kind of table this is, but part of it's all black. And there's a pen lying over here. I think someone probably used it to make the table black. Well, if they only used the pen on one part of it, there's probably something underneath all that pen. Clover, do you think you can erase it? Yeah, sure. Oh, this is a permanent marker. Junpei, do you know how to erase ink from a permanent marker? Erase ink from a permanent marker, huh? Give me just a minute, Clover. I'll be right back. Okay, what is this? Those are the stairs I just came down. The bars and grate are just above me. It's a rack. There are a bunch of cables on it. Somebody cut the outer stuff off the cables. I can see the wires inside. Sink. I wonder when they last washed here. There are weird color stains all over the sink. Up here, is this anything? Okay. Junpei! Do something, please! I'm working on it, man. The window made of really thick glass. I don't even think a bullet could break it. Oh, fuck, I didn't even see all this shit. Oh. What's this? Ethanol. Ethanol. I wonder if this is for antisepsis. Oh, it says... Oh, sorry, those... Oh, it says... Anhydrous ethanol? What does that even mean? Is that different from regular ethanol? Come on! That's common knowledge. Anhydrous ethanol is a powerful cleaner. It can even erase marks left by a permanent marker. Oh, how convenient. A whole bunch of steel lockers. The 9 on the right have little red lights on them. Red lights, huh? Well, can't hurt to give these babies a try. Yep, just as I thought. Locked tight. All 9 of them. I wonder if there's anything important in here. These lockers are a little larger than the ones on top. Let's see if there's anything useful in here. And nope, nothing. Computer. This is the computer. The power isn't on. Well, there is a power button. This is a waste of time. What? I don't see a power cable. Oops, yeah, you're right. No power cable. This thing isn't even connected to a main computer, though. It's got a monitor, keyboard, mouse, but that's it. Just sticking the power cable in isn't going to do anything. Oh, I didn't know about that. Here, let's go back. Maybe we can... Here, Pookie! Come get this. Clover, use this ethanol. You should be able to wipe off that permanent ink with it. What am I gonna wipe with? Oh, well, your clothes, of course. Kidding, just kidding. Please don't look at me like that. You're scaring me. Okay, is there anything over here? There's a lot of stuff here. I don't know how we could use any of these, though. Well, I can say for sure that I do know how to use at least one of these things. Which one? The one on top. I think it's a power cable. The power cable, huh? I'll take that. Mine! This is definitely a power cable. Do you remember if we ran into anything that didn't have power? Computer, I presume. Some of them might be useful. What about this? I think this thing is supposed to power that machine in the other room. Well, it doesn't appear to be doing that. I wonder how we're supposed to turn it on. I'm assuming with this on-off key. This is a keyhole. This looks like a keyhole for the activation key. Yeah, too bad we don't have the key. The hands on the clock have stopped moving. The clock may stop, but time goes on. No time to screw around. We need to figure out a way out of here. Oops. Can I click this? There are 2 levers here. Do you think they activate something? Well, why don't you move one? Alright, I'll give it a try. Nope. Doesn't look like anything's happened. Monitor doesn't have a power cable. So one end of this cable needs to be connected to the monitor, and the other needs to be plugged in under the desk. Alright, let's just slip you in. Huh? Well, shoot, I can't use this. What's wrong? The cable has 3 prongs, but the socket only has 2 holes. It's not gonna fit, is what I'm saying. In other words, we're gonna need a plug to change the power cable into one with 2 prongs. That's right. Epic. Couple of vertical lockers. There's nothing in these. There's anything in these boxes. You got a rag in here? They're cardboard boxes. There's some papers and stuff in them. What's in the boxes? They look quite full. As far as I can tell, it's a bunch of notes about some kind of experiments. But it's all really technical and stuff. I don't really get it. Maybe is there something in here? Clover, can you use the cloth on the table? Oh, is that a cloth on the table? I thought it was a fucking piece of paper. Use, huh? Soak it in ethanol and then use it to wash off all this stuff from the permanent marker, okay? Right, okay. I gotta soak the cloth with ethanol. Well, she's got the cloth, but she seems to be having a little trouble with the bottle of ethanol. When she's ready, I should ask her to get to work on that stuff on the table. Junpei! It's working! It's wiping the permanent ink off! Huh? There's some kind of weird drawing under all the permanent ink. What's the deal with this drawing Clover found? Oh. What's with this drawing Clover found? Maybe I should ask her to take another look at the table. I wonder what this is. There's a bunch of numbers in some kind of grid. I can't see it from here. Clover, you've got a pen and a notebook, right? Could you write those numbers down and then hand them to me through the bars? Okay. Okay, Roger. Yippee! Okay, do you have it? Here, Junpei. I wrote down all the numbers from the desk on here. Paper with numbers on it acquired. New materials been added to the file screen. Let me see. Oh, sorry, the file screen. Clover's note. The note Clover copied from the strand in the hallway. Oh, sorry, stand in the laboratory. 2 different words that weren't there. It has 4 numbers written in 9 separate cells. Okay. It's common knowledge. Oh my gosh. What's in the box? Okay, so this is our code. Is this like Sudoku? But like without all the other boxes? Do I have to place it 1 through 9, right? Sudoku, exactly what I was thinking, yeah, but it's like you can't really solve it when there's only 1. Because you could technically put the other numbers wherever you wanted. Okay, Me and my sister would just do, like, we would tag team the Sudoku. And usually one of us would catch the answer. We got the scribblings on the table already. What about this? There's something sticking out of the mannequin's head. Like wires or something. What the hell are they doing in here? Oh, bleh. Huh? Why is she all quiet now? They were doing experiments on humans. Probably. Oh man, now she looks sad. Oopsies. I guess this drains for water, huh? Well, there's nothing here. about this. Oops, I did not mean to click that. It's a rack. There's some cables with copper wire exposed. Is there anything unusual on that machine? Well, I don't know, you know? There are a bunch of cords hanging from the bottom of it. Jeez, this is a lot of cords. It looks like they all go over here into the mannequin's head. So the device and the mannequin are connected. What the hell are they doing in there? Oh man. Back when this laboratory was active, that wasn't a mannequin there, I bet. It was a real live human on that table. I wonder what... No, I don't want to think about that. Hey, Clover, how are the power cables over there? Huh? What do you mean? Like, have all the... Unless the goal wasn't to get all the numbers, but for them all to add up to something, like, have all of the rows / columns add up to 6 or something. Well, not 6. Would have to become the larger number. Yeah. Dude, I need chapstick. My fucking lips are dry. True. True. Does the plug have 3 prongs or 2? I don't know what you're talking about. Let me go look. Guess she does kind of have to crouch down to get a look under there. The cable on the monitor has it's got 2 of those little metal things. What does that mean? That's it. Okay, can you unplug that cable and bring it over here? Okay, but... Well, I can unplug it, but it's connected to the main computer. I can't take it over to you. Damn it, that's no good then. Well, how about just the plug? What? The plug? Well, maybe more like a, connector? It's a sort of thing that makes the plug with the 3 metal thingies into a plug with 2 metal thingies. An adapter. Still useless? Very not useless, please give. Not useless at all. That's just what we were looking for. Okay, can you hold on for a little bit? And back down she goes. Alright, unplugged. I'll hand it to you over at the bars, okay? Here you go. The 2-prong plug. Thanks. I have one of these. Okay, let's combine. Okay, put the 2-prong plug onto the head of this power cable. 2-prong power cable. Yippee! Fits perfectly. Should be just what we need. Alright, I've got the 2-pronged power cable in my hand. I'm pretty sure this will work. Under the desk I go. And let's just plug this thing into the monitor. Alright, that ought to do it. Alright, let's turn the power on. I don't think anything's going to happen. Why not? Well, it's not connected to the main computer. You never know until you try. Pretty optimistic. Junpei pushed the button on the front of the monitor.
Oh, that worked.
With a soft hum, it turned on. Ooh. Maybe it's like a Mac, you know, where like the computer is in the monitor. Some of the letters that made no sense to Junpei began to scroll across the screen. He had hoped it would turn on, but he hadn't expected this.
It's running on its own?
It certainly looks like it.
Isn't that kinda weird?
What?
Well, it's not connected to the main computer, right? There's just this keyboard and monitor. The only cable connected to this thing is the power cable we just plugged in. So, why is it working?
Maybe it's a wireless display.
Clearly, this was a reasonable explanation to Lotus.
A wireless display?
Yes, it connects to your computer wirelessly, hence the name. Have you been living in a cave, Junpei?
He most certainly had not, but...
Is that normal?
Yes, at least where I worked.
Oh.
Oh, it stopped.
Pass with a colon.
Looks like we need to enter a password.
Again? There must be a hint around here somewhere.
Could you go take a look?
Yeah, I'm on it. What are you going to do?
I'll see if I can do something about this on my own.
On your own?
Yep, on my own.
Lotus?
Lotus pulled over the nearest chair and dropped herself down onto it in front of the keyboard. For a second, she stared at the screen. She kneaded her hands, knuckles popping, and twisted her back left then right.
All right. Let's kick some ass.
Lotus smiled to herself and rubbed her hands together in anticipation. Then, before Junpei had time to blink, she was typing at an incredible speed, the click-clack of the keys running together like machine gun fire. I don't know if he's looking at the keyboard, you guys. I like it. He's not looking at her hands. I'm glad we were thinking the same thing.
Wait, what?
Junpei was, for once, at a loss for
Didn't
words.
expect that, did you?
Of course I didn't! You're typing so fast, I can't even see your fingers. What kind of job do you have? What are you?
I'm unemployed at the moment. I used to work for a cybersecurity firm, but I quit.
Why?
Like one false move and we're getting a nip slip. I'm just saying. Lotus blinked.
Huh? Oh. It was just something.
She stopped typing for a moment and her face fell.
I see.
Like the thing is, what are you even typing? This was not an avenue of questioning to be pursued, Junpei realized and quickly shut his mouth. Lotus's fingers began to move again, and in a few seconds she was back up to speed. As she typed, more letters and symbols that meant nothing to Junpei began to pour across the screen.
What are you doing now?
I'm going to try and brute force it.
Brute what?
A brute force attack is... Well, the short version is that I just attack the thing head on. The long
version. Sorry, I cut her off a little. Without looking up or slowing down, she began to
A
explain.
brute force attack is one of the simplest ways to break a cipher. It checks every possible combination until it finds the right one. For a complex cipher, it can take a very long time. I'm writing a program that would run an attack like that on its own. It's not the most elegant solution, certainly. But given the circumstances, there isn't much else I can do.
Even as she talked, her fingers never slowed or missed a key. Junpei couldn't help but feel a little odd.
Oh, but back to what we were talking about earlier.
I'm not going to question the legitimacy of what she just said, and if any of that it can be done like this. I'm just going to, suspend my disbelief.
What were we talking about?
The wireless display? It's kind of strange if you think about it, isn't it? How do I put it? Well, let's say you write a program that calculates an addition problem for you, all right? So
Okay.
you enter 1 + 1.
Okay.
The screen will show you 2.
She's given a command line, she could hack it. Fair. Although the way they are explaining it with unrecognizable numbers and symbols is odd. Unless Junpei can't read English. Listen, she's just typing so fast that he can't read it properly. That's what I'm choosing to believe.
See? Isn't that strange?
Because she's like filling up the screen so fast. That's my excuse.
No? Not really.
Oh, come on now. Of course a caveman like you would think it was strange. You said so just a minute ago. You're just not getting it, are you? Who calculated 1 + 1?
The main computer, right? You said it connected to the monitor wirelessly.
Yeah, but someone who grew up in a cave wouldn't know that, right? They'd probably think that this thing here, the monitor, is doing the calculating. And once they've decided that, they'll start examining this monitor. They might poke the screen or something. Ah, I see the color changes when I press it here. Then they might investigate the hardware on the inside. Oh, I see. So this wire supplies the power. Eventually, they might even cut the wires. Ah, yes. Just as I expected. When this wire is cut, no results appear. Therefore, it must be this device which does the calculations.
Oh.
But the truth is that, just like you said, the computer is doing the calculating. But these cave people wouldn't know that, because they have no idea that the monitor and the computer are connected wirelessly.
Lotus continued to type. Junpei scratched his head.
So, what are you trying to say?
Nothing, really.
She's girl bossing so hard, she made an entirely different language. Yes, actually, real.
It's just, I thought maybe.
Maybe.
What if the relationship between human beings and our brains is like that?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Well, let's say you stick a bunch of electrodes into parts of the brain. A scientist examining the signals they send out might say, interesting. So stimulating this part of the brain causes the person to see colors. That must mean this neuron cluster controls that function. Okay, let's see what happens when I cut out this part. Ah, just what I thought. Cutting off this part causes that function to cease.
The fact that that's actually possible to hack things is what makes it even better. See, I don't know shit about hacking, so they could tell me anything and I'd be like, oh my god, that's so correct.
Therefore, human thought processes must occur in the human brain. See? Doesn't it sound the same? Maybe the brain is just an output device, like this monitor. Maybe our thought processes actually occur somewhere else, in a main body. We just don't know it. We never even think about it. Just like those cave people wouldn't know about wireless communications, we can't imagine that there's some unknown medium that transfers information into our brains, where we experience that information as thoughts.
Junpei didn't say anything. Not so much because he had no retort. No, her argument seemed silly, and he was a little surprised to be hearing something like that from someone like her.
The brain is just an output device.
Your Wendy's is
Human
here.
thought
Can I
actually
get a
occurs somewhere
bite?
else.
Can I please get a bite?
That's just crazy talk.
Did Lotus really think that, he wondered? It was a little creepy, Junpei thought. It sounded altogether too much like a bizarre cultish religion.
Maybe that's the cause of Seven's amnesia.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Oblivious to Junpei's increasing discomfort, Lotus continued.
If memory is actually stored somewhere else, in some sort of main body somewhere, maybe he hasn't forgotten anything at all.
Well, maybe?
He's just having a difficult time accessing his memories because the monitor, his brain, has been damaged.
I don't know what we're talking about right now. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is flying right over my head. I'm not paying attention enough.
Huh.
I suppose that would explain aphasia and blindsight, too. Perhaps they actually can speak or see. The monitor just isn't functioning properly. I guess people with prosopagnosia could be suffering from the same thing.
Wait a minute. What?
He knew that. He knew that aphasia was from watching medical dramas on TV, and blind sight was easy enough to guess, but he's never heard of the word prosopagnosia before
What?
either,
You've
apparently.
never heard of prosopagnosia?
Prosopagnosia. Lotus spun around in her chair to look at him. Junpei shrugged and shook his head.
No, what is it?
Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces. In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's or even yours.
I've heard of, like, facial blindness. Is that that?
So they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I didn't know what it was called, though. Chicken nugget meal, I'm basic. Listen, because the chicken nuggets are just good. I'll give you a chicken nugget. Thank you, Robin. Lotus is just explaining how humans know jack shit about the human mind. She's right, and she's right. Okay, yeah, I know this then. Like I said, I just did not know that's what it was called.
That means that people with prosopagnosia have trouble recognizing even people they're close to. Usually they can make do by associating people with other things. Their voices, their clothes, their hair.
Does that mean other people's faces look like blanks?
No, I don't think so. Well, you've seen monkeys, like in a zoo, right? To you and me, all the monkey faces look the same. Even though they've obviously got faces, it's almost impossible for a human to distinguish between them.
Or how, like, I've seen somebody they had like 4 black cats, and somebody was like, how do you tell them all apart? It's like, well, I mean, like, once you know your cat, you find little things about your cat that, like, differentiate it from another cat that's the same color.
The zoo staff that works with them would learn to identify different monkeys eventually, but you or I couldn't unless one had a scar or something else to set it apart. Well, that's how people would be to someone with prosopagnosia.
Fair enough.
Prosopagnosia. Huh. I didn't even know that kind of thing existed.
Junpei did his best to act as though the entire lecture hadn't gone entirely over his head.
And, what were we talking about?
The idea that your brain is just an output device, like a monitor.
Are you serious about that stuff?
Not really. I was just kidding for about half of it.
What about the other half?
Well, I guess I was just adulting.
What?
Not funny.
Lotus's smile had something rather masochistic to it.
It's nothing more than a story I made up out of boredom. Don't take it seriously. It was the first thing that came to mind, and I just talked about it to kill time.
We've been, like, shooting the shit over here. Meanwhile, Clover's trapped in that room.
But looks like I don't need to talk anymore.
Adulting as opposed to kidding. Oh.
Why?
I don't have to kill time any longer.
As she spoke, Lotus raised her right arm high and brought it down on the enter key.
Oh, then you finished that brute whatever thing?
I certainly did. And let's see what we got.
Chunks of text flickered on and off in quick succession, and then a line of numbers appeared, blinked, and disappeared. The screen cleared, and all that was left was the word accepted.
Piece of cake.
Lotus would clearly have patted herself on the back if it would have not made her look entirely ridiculous. After a few seconds, the accepted disappeared to be replaced with 9 squares arranged in a 3x3
The screen
square.
changed again. What the hell is that?
No idea. Looks like a puzzle.
Suddenly, Lotus stood up.
Huh? Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do more computer stuff?
No, I can't do any more. It won't let me do any more programming. See? The keyboard. Nothing. So, there's nothing more I can do. Well, I guess I'll leave this to you then, Junpei.
What?
Let me take a break, all right? I did my part.
Well...
He wasn't sure what to say to that. She certainly had done her part. In fact, without Lotus, they probably would have run completely aground. I shouldn't rely on other people so much, Junpei thought to himself.
I guess you're right. Thanks, Lotus.
No problem. And make sure you know when you should thank people.
Now, I better take care of this myself. No more relying on anyone else.
Junpei crossed his arms and stared at the puzzle shown on the screen. Okay, what does it do? Sorry, that scared me. I just wanted to see what happened. Okay, wait, let me look at this. So when I press one of the panels, the colors of the next switch. Oh, looks like there's some text here. All panels green equal unlock. Restriction, no more than 4 attempts will automatically reset after failure. In other words, I have to get all the panels green in less than 4 tries. Okay, let me look at my thingy-mabob. Okay. Okay. Girl, let me in! I know the instructions. Fuck off. I already forgot. Yippee! Alright. I solved it. Did you hear a noise just now? Yeah, I did. It sounded like something unlocking. Where did it come from? Oh, this! Look, Junpei! The lights on the lockers are green. Then we must have unlocked it with the computer puzzle. Yippee! What's in here? Keys? Puppies? There's more than one key in here. This one's small. Looks like it goes to some sort of machine. And this one has the Earth symbol on it. I think the Earth symbol matches a keyhole in a door on the A deck. Well, if that's the case, we probably don't need the Earth key right now. Alright, then, Earth key, I'll just tuck you away deep in my pocket. Now, as for the other key, assuming that goes on the machine. What key is this? From the shape of it, I'd say it's not for a door. Probably some sort of device. Oh, what is it? I wonder, do you think maybe this is the activation key for that thing? The activation key? Yeah, it has to be. I feel good about this. I know what it's for. It was just at that moment he heard a voice behind him. It was Clover.
Hey, Junpei, do you have a minute?
He put the puzzle aside for the moment and walked to Clover.
What's up?
I wanted to ask you something.
What?
Junpei, you went into door 5 with my brother, right?
Right.
Did you hear him say, like, anything weird?
Huh?
Why is she asking me this? Junpei wondered. The more he thought about it, however, the more it made sense. Snake had been gone for a long time. Clover was quite attached to her brother. Of course she would have been worried about him.
Let me think.
He brought back to when he'd gone through door 5, hoping he might remember something, even a small something that would help her. However...
Sorry, Clover. I can't really think of anything.
I can. He literally propped open that fucking one door. So it wouldn't lock. That's not suspicious to you, Junpei? Brother, please.
I mean, he did mention that his hearing exceeds that of a regular person, or something like that, but that's about it.
Okay.
Clover's words were barely audible. She nodded vaguely to Junpei and turned to walk away.
Hey, wait a minute. Look, I don't know if I should ask you things, but if you don't mind, I was hoping you could tell me if, is Snake, was he born...
You're talking about his eyes?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't born blind. When he was a kid, he got in an accident. A really bad car accident. He couldn't see after that. And his arm.
His arm?
Yeah. My brother's left arm is, it's not like a normal person's arm. It's fake. It's not a real arm. The accident hurt him really bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm.
Oh.
Is that all you wanted to ask me?
Talking about her brother had clearly taken a great deal out of Clover. Junpei
Look,
nodded.
I'm sorry for making you talk about all that painful stuff.
It's not that.
Clover only shook her head and walked off down the stairs. Snake is Daredevil confirmed. You know what? I don't know why I didn't think about that before. This key. The shape sure makes it seem like it goes to this machine. Alright, I'm turning it on. Okay, the monitor is now on. And it's full of letters. Lotus! Typing on this keyboard isn't doing squat. It's showing some kind of warning. Power restored to experimental device. Emergency system will activate in the event of abnormal subject behavior. Okay. The only thing about the room that's changed is the lever is down now. Not very impressive. This is the monitor. There are a whole lot of cables under this table. Junpei! This thing in here is on now. Yeah, that's because we activated the power over on this side. Could you, like, play with it a little? Okay. Yeah. I'll turn this dial here. Turn, turn, turn. I don't think it's working. Nothing happened. Well, maybe she's missing something. And I should ask her to take a look around the room again. This is the monitor. There's a lot of key. Oops, I didn't mean to click that again. There's a mannequin. Junpei, thank you so much for everything. Whoa, what's this all about? And also, I'm sorry I messed up. Hey, we could talk about this when we get you out, okay? Just hang on, Clover. I'm gonna get you out of there. I'm gonna get you out of there! You don't belong in there! Yay! Clover, but she just goes, yippee! I think this is the first time I've actually seen a genuine smile out of this chick. Yeah, fuck. No, I don't want this. Maybe if you increase the voltage? Roger, will do. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way to the max voltage. Max voltage? Hey! Wait, Clover! Oh, shit. Lord have mercy. What? I think, Oh my god. We're fucked. The mannequin's head! Oh man, that sounds like a fire alarm. What the hell? Fire detected. Fire detected. The emergency system will be activated. Evacuate the room immediately. Clover's got marbles for brains, literally. Junpei, look at the light. Yeah, it's green. The emergency system has activated and disabled the lock. Now we can save Clover. Junpei! Come on, kid, jump. She's safe. Oh man, that smoke is some serious business. Time to close this door again, I think. Clover, are you okay? Are you hurt? Damn, she's coughing so hard she can't even talk. Of course I'm not alright. What the hell took you so long, you big jerk? I almost died. Sorry, I was going as fast as I could. You two can do this later. Right now, we need to get the hell out of here. That fire's not gonna stay in that room forever. You found it! Yippee!
All my fellas.
Woohoo!
All my fellas.
Junpei, Clover, and Lotus leapt out. I love when they use that. I don't like. They leapt out of the laboratory. Like, okay, big cat moment. Slamming the door shut behind them.
Whew, thank God we got out of there.
Period.
Yeah, finally.
All right, so are you gonna stop being a dumb bitch, Clover?
Yeah.
You can't find your brother if you're dead. All three collapsed against the wall, breathing heavily. Junpei's heart was pounding in his chest, and his whole body felt weak. He inhaled gulps of clean air, and with each one, sorry, that said clear, and with each one, he could feel his body begin to calm down.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
They nodded to each other and started off down the hallway. Before long, they found a few new doors, but all of them were locked.
Damn, none of these open. They're all locked.
How about that one?
Sounds like a fucking herd of people. The final door sat in the corner of the hallway.
Let's hope this is the door with the prize.
Junpei grabbed the door handle and was about to pull it open when a voice cried out behind him. It was neither Clover nor Lotus, but he recognized it. There was no doubt the voice belonged to...
Jumpy!
Oh, great.
Huh?
He spun around. There at the other end of the hall, Junpei saw human figures running toward him. 3 of them.
June? Santa! 7!
They stopped short in front of Junpei and his companions, gasping for air.
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
We linked up again.
What? But we didn't...
Before he could finish, Clover spoke.
Hey guys! Could you come take a look at this?
That scared me. She was standing near the end of the small hallway with a branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her, curious as to what she found.
Hey, on the wall.
A map
map?
of the ship's interior?
It says C deck.
So it's the map for this floor then?
Door 7. And... Door 8. Yep, they both eventually end up at this hallway.
In fact...
Yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. And that's how the nonary game works.
Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again.
Wait a sec. This leads to...
As he looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave way to weariness.
Oh!
You've got to be kidding me.
One by one, the others saw what he'd seen.
We may as well go.
Yeah.
As one, they all moved back toward the door Junpei had only a moment ago been ready to open.
Almost forgot. We should keep this.
He pulled the map of the ship's interior off the wall and put it in his pocket and followed the others. His magic pockets. 7 said, y'all are fucking dumb. And he's right. The 6 of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took hold of the door and spoke without looking back at the other
Ready?
5.
I'm gonna open it.
Okay. They nodded their silent assent. With a deep breath, Santa threw open the door. They poured through the doorway and into the room. Even without looking around, each one of them knew where they were.
I knew it.
They were just where the map had said they would be.
We're back. In the hospital room.
But the doors are different unless we're... Well, I guess technically we're seeing it from the other side, so they would be.
I see. I believe I understand what you're saying. The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory, and then met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked doors.
He looked like anyone might after only just waking up, but it seemed that his brain was working as well as ever. He had managed to grasp, summarize, and understand each team's report.
At any rate, I feel a bit silly for my little show of altruism. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Ace shook his head with a rueful smile.
Well, we saw each other again and we ain't dead, so I say that's good enough.
7 smiled.
Anyway, I say we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room. Here.
7 tossed something small and metallic toward Junpei.
Nice catch.
Jeez.
He caught it and found that the object was a key.
I see. So this is Jupiter.
21. On it, someone had engraved a symbol very similar to a 4. See, I thought it just looked like a 21. Turns out he did live. Hydro, yippee, yippee! Yay, yay, yippee! He looked over at June, who nodded back. It had to be the Jupiter symbol.
I'm gonna let you hold on to that, alright?
Hey, thanks, brother.
Yeah, on it.
Well, I've got something for you too, then. Here, it's the Saturn key card. We found it in the kitchen. I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
That period, I guess.
Yeah, on it.
And with that, she pressed it into Junpei's hand. He felt slightly less than honored.
So, how many unused keys do we have now?
2.
There's the Earth key we found in the laboratory, the Jupiter key you just gave me, and the Saturn key card from Lotus. I'll keep them safe.
Junpei tucked the new keys into his pocket. June spoke up.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah. If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then, next to the stairs...
Wait!
They were the first words anyone had heard out of Clover in quite some time. Her face suggested they weren't going to be very happy words.
What about door 3?
Look, you saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. It just lead us back to the big hospital room. There's no point to seeing what's on the other side of that door.
There is a point. At least there is for me.
There were tears in her eyes, but she glared at 7 as hard as she could just the same. She looked very much like a frightened puppy. There wasn't a man alive who could have resisted those eyes. 7 looked everyone in the room except at Clover and muttered and coughed apologies under his breath.
Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. Snake might be on the other side of door 3.
Clover nodded once. The next person to speak was Ace.
Very well. I'll be coming with you then. I've had a nice long rest. I think it's time I was up and about again. So 7, you'll help me, won't you?
Huh? Me?
Junpei did the calculations quickly in his head. 4 plus 1 plus 7 equals 12. Plus 1 plus 2 equals 3. It looked like 7 was doing them too. At last he gave up.
Damn. Well, I guess that's how it's gotta be. So I'm going with you, huh?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. I'm a 7 stan. I think he's got the brains and he seems like a nice guy. The realest second fave for real, for real. Agreed.
Alright, let's get moving.
And so it was decided that Clover, Ace, and 7 would discover what lay behind door 3.
Okay, we're heading out.
I think it's fun to see the size difference of all their hands on the button. I think that's fun.
Be careful.
Whoa. Didn't think I'd be hearing that from you, Lotus.
Don't let it go to your head. I'd be in trouble if the 3 of you bought it. The rest of us can't open the 9 door.
Ah, the truth comes out.
7 nodded as if this answer was made much more sense and pulled the lever on the red.
Okay, we're off.
Hey, good luck, brothers. The door opened and Ace, Clover, and 7 jumped through it. Meanwhile, I guess we should go through one of these doors, huh? 6, 7, 8. After exactly 9 seconds, the door closed noisily.
All right, we should get moving too.
Yeah.
Huh?
Get moving.
Where are we going?
Everyone except Lotus seemed rather confused.
Well, it would be a waste of time to just sit around, wouldn't it? Let me explain.
Oh, I get it. We're gonna see if we can get anywhere interesting with the Jupiter key.
Yes. If we're lucky, we might find Snake.
They were at the end of the hallway lined by individual hospital rooms.
And here's the Jupiter symbol on the keyhole.
It sure is.
All right, Junpei, open it if you please.
Yeah, on it.
Junpei pulled the Jupiter key out of his pocket and slid it into the keyhole. He twisted. With a nice sharp click, he felt the door unlock. Junpei sucked in a breath, held it, and opened the door as quietly as he could. Hello, Mr. Obama. Inside was exactly what he expected to see from the map of the ship's interior. They were in a tremendous hall, almost like a ballroom, with a massive central staircase.
Great, back to the beginning. You sure this is a good idea?
Well, now we have a loop and easy access shortcut.
What do you mean?
Well, we already searched every inch of this room, didn't we? I'm asking you if there's any reason we came back here.
Of course there's a reason.
Of course there's a reason. Man, sometimes I can't tell if you're smart or just lucky.
Huh?
This.
Junpei pulled 2 things out of his pocket.
The Saturn key card. And the Earth key? I'm lost.
Santa cocked his head to one side like an inquisitive bird and looked at them. After several long moments during which it became apparent that Santa had no idea what the cards meant, June took pity on him.
Don't you remember, Santa? On C deck, where we are now, there was a big elevator behind the stairs, remember?
Yeah, don't you remember that? Guys, I definitely remembered that. And that's why
next
I
to the
clicked
elevator,
this option.
there was a card reader with the Saturn symbol on it.
Yes, I too remember this.
And on A deck, on the door to the left, there was a keyhole with the Earth symbol on it, I think.
That I do remember.
So the 2 keys that Jumpy has?
I believe you. Thank you. You just get me for real.
Should let us use the elevator and the door on A deck. Huh.
Yes, that's right.
June smiled, pleased with herself. So did Santa.
All right, I got it. Let's get started then. What do you say we split into 2 teams? Lotus and I will search the Earth one, so you 2 can search Saturn, all right?
No, trade with me. Be my partner instead.
Sounds good. Then you guys should take this key.
Junpei handed the Earth key to Santa.
We have no idea what's on the other side of these.
They decided their initial search should be brief.
So don't go too far. Just search for 10 minutes and come back.
Plan decided, the two teams split it up. Ah, yes, this was definitely entering my brain whilst I was sleeping. Exactly. We're all on the same page. Junpei and June headed for the elevators.
There's a card reader next to the left elevator.
Then let's try out the Saturn key card.
A light on the upper left corner blinked
Great.
to life.
It looks like it's working now.
All right. Now, how do I call the elevator?
There was a single button to the right of the elevator door.
Oh, it only has the upside down triangle on it.
I guess there's no up button. Well, we may as well try pushing this one.
The door slid shut and they heard the grinding of a motor as the elevator car moved down. I would not trust this.
It opened! Look, Jumpy!
June's voice was excited, but Junpei could hear a tinge of anxiety.
Sweet! It opened! Let's get going.
He grinned at June and stepped towards the open door. As he was about to step foot in, he felt a hand on his arm.
Wait!
What?
I'm not really, oh gosh.
Junpei was at something of a loss. What could she possibly be so frightened of? June was probably afraid of being locked up alone with a boy. They could only go down. She was afraid because the only elevator button pointed down. That meant, of course, that the elevator couldn't go any higher than the floor they were on. As he thought about it, Junpei realized he hadn't seen elevators on the A or B decks near the central staircase. All of which meant that the elevator could only convey them to the lower decks.
Come to think of it, the lower floor, D deck, is completely underwater. An elevator heading to a submerged floor. That is pretty scary. Hey, wait a minute. This elevator came up from somewhere under us, right?
Well, yes, I guess it did. It didn't open right away after you pressed the button. There was a motor noise, like it was moving, and then it opened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, take a look inside.
Junpei jerked his head toward the interior of the elevator.
It's not wet at all, is it? The walls and even the floor are totally dry.
Oh, you're right. They are.
She looked around the elevator, slightly embarrassed.
Well, let's test it.
Test it?
Yeah, watch this. Now, I'll just put one foot inside the elevator and look over at the buttons. Oh, there's only two, E and C. All right, I'll push E.
He pushed the E button and jumped out of the elevator. The door slid shut and they heard the grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down. You could not get me in that elevator.
I think I can hear it opening on E deck.
You're kind of valid. I can't lie.
Okay, that's done. Now I'll just press the button again.
It definitely looks like once I stepped in, I would probably never be able to get out. A few moments later, the elevator returned.
Yep, not a single drop of water to be seen. See?
Junpei couldn't resist puffing out his chest just a little bit. June, however, still looked confused.
What does that mean? How can E deck be safe if the D deck is full of water?
Well, here's what I think. The elevator shaft and E deck must be watertight and separated from wherever the ship's been punctured. Here, let me show you.
He pulled out his notebook and pen, that he just always had, trust, and sketched out a rough illustration.
I see. So is that why the ship hasn't sunk? The shape of the inside keeps it all from filling with water?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
Junpei continued talking as he closed the notebook and slipped it back into his pocket.
So I'm gonna go down and check it out. You stay here, alright?
But...
Come on, just do it, alright?
He gave June's shoulder a reassuring squeeze, then hopped onto the elevator. I have absolutely no clue why, but I hate those scenes of seeing doors opening or closing. They just make me feel so uncertain. No, I can see that. He pushed the E button and the door began to close. June looked worried, her eyes darting back and forth as if she were trying to make a decision, when suddenly...
I'm coming with you!
Huh?
At the last possible moment, June dashed forward, turned sideways just in time to slip through the gap between the closing doors.
Hey, wait!
Junpei slammed his finger on the open button, but it was too late.
Oh, crap. It closed!
The door had shut. He and June were in the elevator, and it was headed down to E deck. He was so surprised by June that he didn't even have time to think about what awaited him on the E deck.
I can't just let you go alone, you know.
Ah, jeez.
That was so real. Just, jeez. The elevator stopped and the door slid open. They tentatively stepped out and looked around.
It looks normal.
No fish going about their fishy business or jellyfish floating lazily through the water. There was, however, a blowfish, or at least something that looked very much like one. June's cheeks were puffed out and her mouth a tiny, intense frown.
Oh, knock it off. It's just like I thought. This part hasn't flooded. Come on, just look around. There's no water here.
June looked around nervously, then exhaled.
You're right. It's not flooded at all.
See?
But there's a whole lot of water.
Yeah, right on top of us.
What's gonna happen if the ceiling breaks?
I guess we'll die. Junpei thought about that for a moment.
We'd probably die.
Okay, Junpei, me and you, we're not too different.
Oh, no. Don't be so casual about something like that.
Listen, it's just the truth. What do you want me to say?
At any rate, we should probably go back as soon as we can, once we're done looking around down here.
I have absolutely, she just does not question her intrusive thoughts, does she?
Lotus and Santa might already be back.
Okay, good idea.
Now then.
Junpei glanced around the room they'd found themselves in. The first thing he noticed was a thick set of iron bars. They ran through the length of the room, separating the left elevator from the right one.
Iron bars. Well, we can't go over there.
Luna and Junpei are on the same wavelength, period. I love that Junpei is always just like, anyways. Listen, because he realizes, he's like, what the fuck do you want me to say? Do you want me to lie? I can lie to you.
Right.
Then maybe.
Maybe. In the corner of the room that housed the elevators, Junpei found an opening. Well, he walked up to it and stuck his head around the corner.
It looks like there's a long straight hallway down this way.
And a door with a number on it.
Something's written on the door at the end. Wait, is that...
Wait, is that... Just the way he said it, sorry, it was silly.
Let's check.
Junpei and June set off down the hallway at a brisk clip. Somewhere between a run and a jog. Okay. No word, okay. Before long, they found themselves in front of the door. On it, a number written in bright red paint. 6.
I knew it!
This is a numbered door!
And indeed, there was a red bolted to the wall right next to the door.
But we can't do anything with only the 2 of us.
We need 3 people, at least.
We better head back and let everyone know.
Yes.
Junpei and June turned, headed back to C deck, not D deck. D deck's underwater.
Wait, what's this?
Oh, what's this? On their way back, Junpei noticed a map on the wall. Yippee! A map!
Is this the map for E-Deck?
Rip that
I
shit
should
down.
take it with me.
Yep. Put in that pocket. Hey, Pookies!
Huh, so you guys found door 1.
They'd met back up with Santa and Lotus, who had explained what they'd found. Apparently, there was another numbered door on A deck, just like the one on E deck beyond the door that the Earth key opened. According to Santa and Lotus, there was a 1 on the door.
So now we've located 2 new doors, the 6 door and the 1 door.
You know, it is interesting that E-Deck wasn't flooded.
Lotus was quiet for a moment, lost in thought. Well, it's just that it's not connected to D-Deck, so of course it's not flooded.
Well, we don't really know if all of E-Deck is safe. We only checked the area around the elevator.
Even so, it's still very interesting.
You said the 6th door was there, right?
Yes.
Then that means Zero planned all this out, even the sinking. That would have meant some pretty serious remodeling of the ship's interior.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Yeah. I wonder how long it took. I can't even imagine how much it must have cost.
Listen, Zero's watching this right now, like, yeah, it was a really good job on my part. I'm not gonna lie, you guys.
It would have been a
slayed.
ton, that's for sure.
Well, that does go along with what Ace was saying. The most reasonable explanation would be that this was done by some organization with access to a whole lot of cash.
Yes, it does make sense.
That thought made them all go quiet for a moment. June bit her lip while Lotus sighed softly to herself, and Santa cracked a stiff neck and stared off into the distance at nothing. Thanks for noticing my work and effort. Slay!
Yeah?
Listen.
I don't think it's a very good idea to stay here.
June looked up at Junpei with large, pleading eyes.
Yeah, you're right. Ace and his team might be back already.
Well, Junpei and I should be able to open door 1.
Huh? You guys leaving me behind?
8 plus 6 plus 5 equals 19. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1.
Just kidding. All right, let's go.
Aw, look at him. He's just a little guy. Lotus's words were all the impetus they needed. Back to the large hospital room they went. Hey, Pookies, are you back? I sure hope nothing bad happened to my friends. That would be crazy. The moment they stepped inside, a tremendous voice echoed across the room.
Hey! Where the hell did you guys go?
It was 7.
7?
Did you find a body? Ace was right behind him, and Clover was right behind Ace, although she seemed to be hanging back.
What's wrong?
It looked as though there was something strange about them. 7 had the look of a man who'd seen a ghost. Ace was just as pale, and Clover looked as though she was only moments from passing out entirely. For a long moment, they simply stood there, looking at one another. Junpei looked around nervously, waiting for someone else to speak. No one did. He looked at 7.
What happened?
What the hell kind of question is that?
7 was trying very hard to be angry, but something had shaken him hard. His shoulders were trembling and his voice was strange.
Snake is...
7 couldn't even finish. He looked away, his face twisted by... Junpei wasn't sure what. Instead, Ace spoke. He took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and spoke.
Snake is... dead.
Dun, dun, dun!
He died just as the 9th man did.
His watch blew up?
Oh, she passed away? Oh. All right.
It was as if all the air had suddenly been sucked out of the room. Junpei felt his heartbeat quicken, and he realized he was having trouble breathing. He could feel cold sweat beating on his forehead and neck. June, Santa, and Lotus began to look the way he felt. All three were frozen in place, their faces white.
That's not true, is it?
We should make sure.
Yeah, right. We should.
They nodded to one another and headed for the number 3 door.
Wait! Not that way!
What? Why not?
They stopped short and turned to look at 7. He was pointing at the door with no number.
I stuck a screwdriver in there to keep the door from closing all the way. It's not locked, so you can go in that way.
Where is he?
The shower room. The left side of the hallway. I put a broom in there too to keep the door open.
That means we can get in without going through the numbered door, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then let's go.
The new destination clear, Junpei and his companions headed for the door with no number. Once in the hallway, it was easy to spot the metal door on the left wall.
This wasn't open when we passed here before.
But now, just as 7 had said, there was a broom stuck between the door and the frame, keeping it open.
Let's keep going.
They looked at it for a moment, then stepped inside.
Oh, it smells horrible.
Lotus wrinkled her nose and covered her mouth in disgust. Even Santa pinched his nose shut.
Ugh, yeah, this is pretty awful. I feel like I'm gonna puke.
It was just as bad as they said, perhaps worse. It was a hideous smell filled the air, so thick they could almost taste it. It was sour and smelled of fish, feces, and burnt meat. It worked its way through Junpei's nose and down his throat to pound against the entrance of his stomach. He put his hands over his mouth and struggled to keep what little was in his stomach where it belonged.
Where is he? Where's Snake?
LR. They didn't have to wonder where the body was.
There.
There was blood everywhere, a few arms of the splatter reaching toward them as they walked in through the door. All one of them had to do was follow the many radial arms to their source. The body itself was hidden behind a divider.
June, you should stay here.
But...
Please, just do me a favor, okay? Alright?
He didn't give her a chance to say no. He put a hand on her shoulder as if to shove her into the ground like a tent pole, turned and walked toward the end of the divider. What a wild comparison.
I'm going in.
It felt like it took an eternity for him to get there. Santa and Lotus followed, timid and nervous as a pair of children. Eventually they reached the divider. Well, let me see. They looked at one another and nodded slowly. Junpei put his hands on the divider and peered around the corner. Well, let me see! For a moment he forgot to breathe. He felt his heart collapse in his chest like an empty cigarette carton, and time froze. Okay. He knew in an instant that he would take the image before him to the grave. Weak, I wanted to see. What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh torn from the body sat in the blood like tiny islands in a great red sea. A vast ragged hole had been torn in the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled out of it like fresh spaghetti. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall and became stuck there as they dried. Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny slugs as gravity pulled them down the wall, even as they dried to it.
Just like Ace said.
Did you go into the room where the Ninth Man was? I did go into that room. I wanted to see the body. But they didn't show it to me. Santa's voice was strained. Junpei suspected he was holding down some vomit of his
Just
own.
like the Ninth Man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
It looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful.
The bone is coming out of his left arm.
It's definitely an open fracture.
His legs were both bent in odd, unnatural ways, and his left arm had split open, exposing the painfully white bone of his ulna. His bracelet lay next to him. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display, which lay on the ground in pieces.
Oh, the face. It's horrible.
Yeah, you can't even tell who it is.
Now I'm already sussing things out because when I went into the room where the Ninth Man died, his watch was completely intact and he blew up too. So the fact that they're saying that this watch is broken is sus. Because how did this one break and the other one didn't? And they're saying you can't tell who it is. But I felt like they said that we could tell who the Ninth Man was. So that's kind of sus to me. I don't think this is him. Guys, I'm sus and I don't think this is Snake. I don't know, maybe I'm delusional. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm overthinking. Half of his head had simply collapsed. The blood coating it almost made it look like raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce. His clothes, too, were covered in blood. The burgundy tie, the white shirt, the jacket with the yellow piping, and the gray slacks.
But the clothes are...
They were all familiar to Junpei.
No mistake about it. It's Snake.
I don't know, man. I'll take you at face value right now, but in the back of my mind, it'll be there. It's a little nugget. Also, Snake's arm is fake. Yeah. I feel like they just, like, took his clothes. That's what I'm saying. Like, how did the body get that fucked up, but that his clothes are still recognizable? I don't know. Lotus's voice was unnaturally deep and strained, and Junpei heard it catch in her throat. The squeal of tortured metal made Junpei's teeth curl. It sounded like the noise a ghost would make. No matter how many times he heard it, he never got used to it. Every time it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should. It was Clover. She sat on the edge of the bed, her head drooping listlessly onto her chest. Her eyes were blank and stared across the room at nothing. Her breathing was slow and mechanical. Aside from the rise and fall of her chest, she didn't move. Junpei felt as if even a nudge might cause her to shatter into 1,000 pieces.
Snake was probably murdered. Chances are he was killed the same way the Ninth Man was.
Seven lowered his voice, likely in an effort to keep Clover from hearing what he had to say. There were 4 other people in the room with Junpei and Seven. Ace, Santa, June, and Lotus. Seven looked at each one of them in turn and continued.
It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it. First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open door 3.
I say there had to be 2 other people.
Then they shoved him into it, alone, and waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once that door shut, it was all over for Snake. But he didn't give up. He probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran into the shower room looking for the dead. It was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose. Unfortunately, it didn't work. The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when they went in uses the dead. Snake was the only one who went through the door. And then, 81 seconds after he was shoved in, that happened.
Alright, who's a little fuck here? I'm thinking... Let me look at you all. Let me look at you all. Listen, I could pin some blames on people right now, but I won't. I won't.
I see. So that's what you meant by killers, huh? You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake. It wouldn't open for Snake and a single killer.
Yeah. That means we're looking at multiple perps here.
Listen, I'm just saying, I do remember a certain somebody named Lotus, propositioning me earlier. I'm just saying. Junpei crossed his arms and grunted.
Well, just in case, I want to make sure. Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think. Right after that was when we noticed he was gone.
Then that means none of us have alibis. We were all off searching the rooms we'd been assigned, looking for those parts.
That's not true. I have an alibi. I literally was with June the whole time.
Yeah. That means anybody could be a killer.
But I guess, like, you know, if me and June are backing each other up, people are gonna be like, oh, well, obviously it was y'all two. So I guess that makes sense.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
June seemed
How
shocked.
can you say that so casually?
Oh no, I guess technically we weren't together. That was afterwards. Alright, yeah, never mind, I don't know.
You're implying that one of us is a killer.
No, he's implying that 2 of us are killers.
Well, not just one of us. If I'm right, then at least 2 of us are murderers.
Why don't you calm down a bit, Seven? What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants, you know?
Listen, he's just making points.
What Zero wants?
Exactly. This game was set up by Zero, wasn't it? Any game has a winner and loser. Whoever makes it through door 9 is a winner, and those who don't are the losers. Zero is trying to make us fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight each other?
Yes. That is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion. We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship.
Friendship is magic. My Little Pony. Zero Escape is pretty good for their comparisons to dead bodies and food. It's crazy.
Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by Zero's manipulations.
Then does that mean that the person who killed Snake...
Yes. Almost certainly Zero himself. If there's anyone we should doubt, it should be Zero. He masterminded this game and kidnapped all of us. Doesn't it seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well?
Good question.
Junpei hadn't really considered
If
that.
Zero killed Snake, then Zero is on the ship with us.
He never said he wasn't a player. Junpei. Was Zero still on the ship with them? I don't know. Well, it's like in Danganronpa 1. Only 16 students ever walked in to the game. Is that true here? Did only 9 people walk into the game? Or did 10 people walk into the game? It's 9 persons, so that would make you think there's only 9 people on the boat. I'm not sure. He wasn't sure.
Something's still strange.
What was that?
Well, I'm just wondering about one thing.
And what's that?
How can you be so sure that Zero's on this ship?
Ace's eyebrows shot up.
Really, Junpei? I confess I'm a little disappointed. Usually you're rather sharp. Isn't it obvious?
Wait, it is?
This ship.
Huh?
Zero said, "this ship," several times when he addressed us.
Listen, in my defense, that was so long ago for me, I literally don't remember what the fuck he said. The last time I played this game was like 2 weeks ago. Oopsies. Hey, you know, he is the captain of the ship, and captains always go down with their ships. Makes sense.
If he weren't here, he wouldn't say this ship, would he?
I don't know, man. Maybe he's good at RP. No, it makes sense. But if that's not Snake, who do you think it is? No, I think it is Snake. I just like to, you know, throw a little conspiracy in there every now and then. Listen, I was just playing Somnium Files where nothing is what it seems, so I'm questioning everything. If he weren't here, he wouldn't say this ship, would he? I don't know.
He'd be saying something like, that ship, or the ship.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Ace's explanation made perfect sense. Junpei felt a little foolish that he hadn't seen it himself. Still, he was left with a question, and it was one of no small importance.
If Zero's on the ship, where is he?
I would assume the highest place possible. The captain's quarters. Suddenly everyone went very quiet. The silence was cold and clammy, and Junpei could feel it crawling across his back and around his throat. Again, he heard the ghosting, moaning noise. And moments later, a person who looked more ghost than human appeared. It was Clover. She looked at the floor as she spoke, and her voice was a cold monotone.
I think Zero is one of us.
No, who would do that? Alright, guys. Which one of you is Zero? Fess up. Stop messing around. Spill the beans. Every human body in the room froze. The only sound was the muffled rustling of breath. Eyes darted from face to face. One of those faces was the face of their jailer. But who? Was he one of them? Well, it's possible.
Well, that's possible.
Huh?
Like Clover said, Zero might be one of us.
What are you saying, Jumpy? Didn't you hear what Ace said?
Exactly. I said we shouldn't suspect one another for no reason.
But it's true.
No reason. I've got a great reason.
And what's that?
The bracelets.
He held out his left arm.
Why are the bombs in our bodies connected to the bracelets? You're all thinking Zero's hiding somewhere watching us, right? If he's doing that, then he could just detonate the bombs by remote control if someone did something they weren't supposed to. It would be a lot more precise and a lot easier. But if that's the case, then why is the bomb set off by the detonator in the bracelet?
You got a point.
I mean, there's not cameras around.
I'm not done. Try applying the same ideas to the nonary game.
Also, that's some massive amount of semantics. That's not real proof for him to be here.
All of the puzzles here run all by themselves. In other words, Zero doesn't have to be controlling them for the game to move forward. Why's that? Why would Zero bother to do something like that?
Junpei let the question hang in the air and looked at the others. It was Santa who answered.
So let's say you and Clover are right. Zero's one of us. If that's the case, then it'd be really hard for him to keep track of all of us or control anything remotely. That's why all the puzzles run by themselves. That's what you're getting at, right?
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
7, when we were talking earlier, you said any one of us could be Snake's killer, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright then. I've got a question for you, Ace. You said something like Zero must be the one who killed Snake, right?
Yes, something like that. I can't think of any other explanation.
So what do we get if we combine those?
We live in the 21st century. Cameras can be as small as buttons. Listen, not back in like 2009, bro. I mean, Zero does seem to be ahead of the curve, so maybe he does have little mini spy cams. I wouldn't put it past.
They fit together pretty well, I think. Something like this. Whoever killed Snake is Zero. Hence, Zero is one of us. Seven and Ace's theories aren't mutually exclusive. They actually complement each other pretty well. At least they do if Zero is one of us.
No one spoke. Their faces were grim, but Junpei wasn't sure if they believed him or not. Finally, Lotus spoke up.
What were his motives?
His motives?
Yes, isn't that pretty important? Why would Zero want to hide as one of us?
Oh, well, that's because,
Junpei choked. He hadn't thought of that, and he had to be honest with himself. He had no idea. I mean, what's Zero's motives in general?
I don't know.
Lotus sighed.
So much for making a persuasive argument, Junpei.
In other words, you only had circumstantial evidence.
Don't we all have circumstantial evidence, bitch?
I don't really think that's enough to go on, you know?
Ah.
Junpei was painfully aware of their eyes on him and their disapproval. He tried to find something else, anything else to look at. Then, in that horrible silence... Dude, why am I catching strays when these ideas aren't even mine to begin with? Like, they should have been going at Clover. She was the one who made the idea. Like, what the fuck, just because I agreed with her, why am I catching strays for it? Huh? You also had no evidence Zero was on the ship. The thing about this ship is also circumstance. Literally, he could have just wrote it like that to make people question. I'm starting to be an Ace auntie. I know, like, bro, you know what? Maybe it's Ace, huh? And that's why he was so chill with staying behind, because he knew he was gonna be fine. They heard a bell begin to ring. It was the clock at the central staircase.
It's 3 in the morning.
That means we have 3 hours left.
Jesus Christ.
Then we need to move now. Seven, Clover, Junpei, I know how you feel. But you do understand that right now it's important we trust one another, don't you?
You're right, but...
Junpei couldn't bring himself to respond. He swallowed his words he wanted to say and sighed. Seven and Clover remained similarly silent. Their eyes were looking at something somewhere else, very far away.
We must go. We have very little time left.
Let's go. Ace's words put their feet to moving. They all knew where they were going.
Our next destination is Mercury.
Mercury.
Maybe you and June should check it out first and then report back to us.
Well, we're not going to do anything right now, as I think this is where I'm going to end today's stream. I do want to save here. Thanks. Okay. Let me return to the title screen. Yes. That has been 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors for today. Zero escape moment. Yippee! Quick game. Let me switch you guys to the ending soon screen and give you some lo-fi beats. Here we go. Oh, I thought we did pretty good today. I thought I was gonna definitely struggle a lot more than I did. And listen, I'm glad that I didn't struggle for like 8 years. But yeah, let's see, who should we raid? Let's do this person. Okay. Next stream is gonna be tomorrow with who knows what I'm gonna play. Even I don't. Next time, Let's see, what do I want to play? I don't know. I literally, half of the time I don't decide what I'm gonna play on stream until like 2 minutes before I start streaming. So, oopsies. Stick around for the raid, show some love to some other people. And until next time, if you have not followed, make sure to do that. And take care of yourselves. And I'll see ya. Oh boy, oh boy.